Okay. So it's setting up. All right. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining us. We know that we are running a little bit late today. As God, we have it. No amount of distractions, no amount of um, powers and principalities that can stop what we are doing. We are here to bring our people home. Our land is calling us. So join us today as we drive our point home. My name is Puna Chimsag and I'm here in Houston, Texas. I will have my sisters introduce them.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Sorry that we are late, but the job has to be done. My name is Dr. Augusta Anosike, and I'm here in Richmond, Texas. Thank you. Sister, quick, go ahead.
Thank you, our viewers. We appreciate you for being here today. My name is Dr. A.P. Simon Okube, Lexington, Kentucky. We want to thank you, especially our followers, for being with us, liking us, sharing what we're doing, and learning from what we are discussing. We really, really appreciate you. You have been with us through thick and thin. From when we were trying to build an online Biafra to now, when we can see the indigenous peoples of Nigeria getting free from the caliphate prison to build the type of nation they really want. Nations or nation where every citizen will matter. Thank you for your love and your support. Especially thank you for your prayers. The devil can operate only where the children of God permit him. That is why that evil figure in my language is called Ekwensu, Ikwe, Osu. That's if you agree, trouble will start. But if you say no, today, devil, no space for you. He cannot do anything. Join us today as we push back the evil forces in our land and introduce righteousness. You're welcome.
You are definitely welcome to today's show. Our topic, as usual, we send it out on Wednesday. Hopefully, you guys have sort of seen it somewhere on some of your social platforms. So our topic today is Caliphate-sponsored willing tools, which cannot stop Ninas from achieving their goals. Caliphate sponsors willing to cannot stop Ninas. So, as usual, we start off with an introduction. So there's an evil that we have seen under the sun. We can see that slaves are on horseback while princesses go on foot like slaves. It's a matter of, should I say, a case of switch identity, a case of misplaced identity. We recall that Ninas at the World Press Conference on the 17th of March of 2020 issued a 30-day notice for the consultation to all politicians within Ninas territory. In our culture, leaders or leadership is meant to guide the people through a path of wisdom, but not to subjugate them. Leadership does not always mean, or leadership does not mean seizing the voice and sovereignty of our peoples for selfish gains. When leaders become a source of pain, sorrow, confusion, then responsibility falls on the people to reject their leaders. So join us today as we look at the importance of the 2007 United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, UNDRIP, and the Nigerian Indigenous Nationality Alliance or Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, which was well mapped out so that we can avoid any blood and get our freedom to that we've been looking for. We'll be also looking at other topics today and ask ourselves, what makes you an indigenous person? Because some people are confused about that. They hear us using ethnic nationalities and they start using it, but they're not even understanding where we're going with that. We are also looking at steps to regional referendums in Nigeria, because there's some steps already set up by the UN. Some of you are saying UN, UN, UN. If you're calling on UN, I think it will make sense for you to go and begin to understand their protocols. while the international community is championing the campaign to end the persecution of Christians in Nigeria. And then we also look at consequences of propaganda and lies, which have been flying all over since Nina's declaration. Some people that are not well informed, that have access to our people, are out there giving them wrong information, when all we have to do is to direct our people to the right path so that we can get home sooner. They think it's all about them. They think it's about making money. They think it's about siphoning resources. They think it's all about distraction. At the end of the day, everybody that is involved in this will be brought to books. All right, so we're going to start today's show by showing you guys a video that our brother Tony did this week. Again, explaining some of the things that he's been explaining all along that we are still struggling with, because our minds and our ears are all over the place, listening to things that doesn't make sense, listening to people that are making money off of the misery of our people, looking to people that are sitting in their mansions or in their whatever Cancun they find themselves and doing a broadcast. We, the Daughters of Truth, are here to guide our steps as mothers. We are not concerned with any of those. Our concern is the future of our children and their success. So give me a minute. Let me pull up this video. I have okay, here it is.
All right, thank you so much for being there, Tony. We hope you can hear us now. So let's go straight to the position of NINAS, that's the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, NINAS. We do know that on December 16, precisely 2020, you issued a constitutional force majeure proclamation and also followed it up with a 90-day notice of constitutional grievances to the federal government. Tell us exactly what the position of things are now and what you are asking or what necessitated that proclamation.
Yes, we what NINAS in the first instance is Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, because from the time we convened PRONACO, it was because these problems had come to where they could become something else. Remember 2005, after consultation that lasted almost 3-4 years, we got the nationalities of Nigeria across board, including the Fulani, the George Ogoni. Everybody came as themselves. Yoruba came as Yoruba, Ijo came as Ijo, Ogoni came as Ogoni, Fulani came as Fulani. Muhammad Buhari was part of the Fulani delegation that dealt with the matter at the time. Syed Abubakar, that is Sultan in Sokoto now, was part of that Fulani delegation. We had 164 ethnic delegations that sat around for like 2 years, looking at these matters, because our sovereignty belongs to us. We are the ones who will die or get poor or, get whose future will be ruined if we do not solve the problem. And so we went as statesmen, we went into getting into all the nitty-gritties of what had gone wrong with our union since the British left in 1960. And we got out with something that could have taken us back to being a federation, because it was all about the constitutional arrangement. But somehow, some of our people, some of those who participated in all of this, including the people running Nigeria now in Abuja, under the banner of APC, Tinubu, who is the cheerleader in their party, was governor in Lagos, very fully involved in what we were doing at the time. He's the vice president now was the attorney general in that administration. He knew everything we did. Fashola was there as chief of staff. He knew what we were doing. I don't know how they have all come to pretending that they never heard about what the issues are, so that they will have to be setting up committee after committee to examine what it is. Now, we didn't take advantage of that outcome. The US sent observer mission, European Union sent observer mission, and the whole world was waiting for us to just resolve our internal contradictions and move on. But those who are now telling us they've conquered us and that Nigeria has become so non-negotiable, went on with the escalations in the nature of the Sharia that was imposed across the 12 contiguous states of the North. Seceding from the secular union we thought we were building, taking us away from the federation we thought we were going to be, and then making it all a union of master and servant, in which everybody else will have to be killed off for them to have their way. So what Ninas did, what did that alliance that came from end of NADECO to PRONACO to all kinds of platforms we had to manage in between to come to where we have sufficient consensus to now declare this force majeure on the Constitution, because the Constitution is a social contract. The 90 days we gave was to enable the federal government to bring itself to the table of discussion. They didn't respond in any way at all, but things didn't get better. Things got worse. And so on the 17th of March, that's the 91st day, we sat in Ibadan to declare the next steps, because we had also indicated in the proclamation, if we check the 2-3 paragraphs to the point to where the 5 demands occur on that proclamation, you see that we had indicated that our sovereignty is exclusively our business to deploy in whichever way we deem fit. Nigeria has been holding on to it against our will. After 21 years, we say now that we will proceed with measures that will culminate in the reconsideration of our allegiance to that constitution that ruined our lives. Since everybody now realizes it is that 1999 constitution that is responsible for every single thing. And so they didn't come. And what we rolled out on the 17th of March was another 30 days of consultation with those to whom that proclamation demand was not addressed. Representatives, elected officials, precisely from the Alliance territory, from South and Middle Belt, we are having a bedroom talk with them as we speak. And we made that the provision for 30 days to be able to do that, because the action we'll take after the action we say we'll take after the period of notice will affect them directly. And so we said, since the demands were addressed to the federal government in the first instance, let us give them an opportunity of coming to see exactly what the situation is, how it will affect them, whether they want to now come back to the side of the people or they want to stay with that constitution forever, wherever they are. And so what we told them, in essence, is that the constitution that stood their way, the governors, for instance, we told them that all of the impediments placed on everybody's path by that 1999 constitution, on account of the action we took on the 16th of December in 2020, the 1999 constitution is essentially dead. And those 68 items of exclusive list they are all back on the table. Our sovereignty back on the table. We do not want non-state actors to take center stage. And so since the federal government, didn't come to where we could begin to work it all out together, because we already offered them transition. Stay in your place of governance. Let us solve this problem because our roof is on fire.
Mr. Nnadi, if I may come in, what exactly is Ninas pushing for?
Hold on. We'll come back to your question. What we told them on the 17th.
Mr. Nnadi, a moment, yes. What exactly is Ninas pushing for? Sovereignty for the Middle Belt and South, or a new constitution for the Federal Republic of Nigeria?
It is the right of self-determination for all the constituent components of Nigeria, because their sovereignties have been hijacked by the Nigerian Federation, now also hijacked by a small section of the country. The federal government hijacked the Federation. The Fulani has hijacked that federal government. And so we are in double jeopardy. So what the Ninas has done is to set in motion an irreversible machinery for winding down that 1999 constitution and bringing us back to where, if no meeting holds, everybody will take their portion, their sovereignty, and go their way. Because in the preamble to that constitution that says, we the people have solemnly resolved to live in unity as one indivisible country, and thereby making this constitution and giving to ourselves. That preamble is a false claim that we have now come to, act upon.
All right, so I'll stop sharing it there, and then I will go to our second video. As you can see, our people are still dancing in circle. Our brother, the broadcaster, doesn't know what Ninas is asking for. What exactly are they asking for when your sovereignty has been hijacked? And you don't know what they're asking for, and you call yourself a news broadcaster. So we're going to show you the failure, the failure of the government. There's no government in that place. It's anything goes, whatever you can find yourself. You can actually fly a plane in a dusty road. I didn't even know that. This is how much they want people, criminals actually want resources in our land. They are willing to fly their private jets in a untarred road with dust because they are taking resources and flying off in the middle of the night. You wouldn't even know because the one they have in their country is already on a tight road. So you will never imagine that inside your village on a tight road somewhere that a plane will be taken off with resources. So this is a British government and their cohorts taking off after packing up gold from, is it Zamfara?
The video clip you're watching now is the video clip of the Zamfara private jet you heard that was caught on camera transporting gold out of Zamfara. You can remember that just 2 weeks ago, the federal government placed a no-fly zone in Zamfara state, despite the fact that Zamfara does not have an airport. But could you imagine what we're seeing here right now? Is this not an airport? This is an airport in the middle of the forest. You get? And this video came out recently. And the guy that actually revealed this video, you understand me, beckoned that his face should not be allowed to be shown on the video. You get? So this video has gone viral on the internet, and it is one of the reasons why the federal government had to place a no-fly zone in Zamfara state. And one will wonder, Zamfara, normally there's no airport in Zamfara state, but why did the federal government place it? People see this and be like, can it be me? Can it be me?
Can you imagine these people? How rude. I don't even know how to get rid of these people that just showed up in the video.
Let's just stop. I mean, okay. Thank
so
God.
anyway, that's the idea. Okay.
Who is a media consultant the media spokesperson to President Buhari said that because jets were actually seen transporting gold out of Zamfara. And of course, you guys remember that Zamfara claimed that they are selling their gold to the CBN. In fact, Matawale, the governor of Zamfara State, met with Buhari and said that Zamfara is ready to start mining their gold. So Zamfara has a mine. Now, there's an information that, according to information I heard on social media, that this private jet is owned by Britain and that Britain is cutting away Zamfara gold. And this is in conjunction with the federal government. But from the look of things, I don't think the federal government is involved in this.
So you can see that anything goes, that people do want us to stay in one Nigeria so that they can come and build a runway inside our village with dogs and fly off. They want us to be killing ourselves so they can continue to steal our resources while we go to their countries and clean their toilets for them and reduce our degrees to any kind of job they want to give us. The dust is the proof, my people. That place will never work. Every day, God brings up reasons why we should go our own way, why we should allow the indigenous people to decide what they want in that country. Because as a business entity set up by the British government, you can see they are not willing to let go. We are the one that will have to take the bull by the horn and put it in the right place. There is no other way. There is no two ways. Sister, please.
Oh my God. Hey, aeroplane flying in Potopoto airstrip. Oh my God, that is just so scary. It doesn't make sense at all. Anyway, Nigeria is indeed an ungoverned space. It's a rogue state for breeding all sorts of illegal activities like illegal mining, human trafficking, arms deals, terrorism. That is what Nigeria is known for. Who is digging this gold? The gold is being dug by Britain. What? Who built the Potopoto airstrip that a plane could I've never seen that before. Wallahi, I've never seen that before. A plane could drive like, I've seen where they are pushing plane to start for the engine to, but for a plane to drive through a Potopoto airstrip, that is so crazy. That is to tell us that these people, they have hijacked not just everything that we own, they've hijacked the country. And guess what? This gold in Zamfara belongs to Zamfara, while the oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. People, get that going in your head. Anyway, there are satellites that can monitor illegal mining activities, like border monitoring, detection, illegal airstrips, maritime safety, and security. Where is military surveillance radar for where? They are not surveilling this one, no. The military is not. The military is supposed to monitor and detect illegal landing strips and illegal landing, but they are not doing that. Before we got to Buhari declaring no-fly zone, who built that airstrip there? That's the question we need to answer. Who built that Rofo road for plane to drive and fly into the air? Who did that? Anyway, is there airport in Zamfara? Who has been using the runway before now? Why didn't they shoot down the illegal planes? For where? Guess what? There are many levels of security. We have the overt security, which is like the open one. We have the covert, which is like the hidden one. We have the forensic, where they use all kinds of scientific methods. We have the economy, where they drain you and, you know, suck you dry of your own wealth. Those are all the types of security. But guess what? We are still at level 1. We haven't even started. We are still arguing whether we should start. Governor Otom last time, you know, he was the Chief Security Officer of Benue State. That thing is just a title. Because how can you be the Chief Security Officer of your state and you cannot save yourself from being killed by these marauders?
He saved himself. He said he ran fast. He thought he was still in shape.
He ran fast. With people that have AK-47, you are running fast. Wow. Oh, that is so, it doesn't make sense. Anyway, he is the Chief Security Officer of his state, and he's still running around with bandits. He's still waiting for them to kill him before he takes action. You want to die before he will say, okay, I'm going to take action now. And he's begging Buhari, come and save me. Or Buhari, the presidency, come and save me. You see, that is just so funny. Meanwhile, the presidency does not care about you. You are thanking the presidency for saving you. And guess what? Is the presidency not aware of the banditry that is ravaging the entire nation? Is it okay? That guy, they say, is always not aware. I'm not aware. I'm not aware. Is he not aware of the banditry going on, the killings, the maiming, the massacring, the all what's not that is going on? Can't you read the handwriting on the wall? So this question is going to Governor Otom, that is still wanting the president to come and help him. Can't he read between the lines that, hey, these people want your life. They want your life. They don't care. If this could happen to a governor, what about those he swore to protect? You understand? So, hey, Sister Piabe, continue. I'm just imagining the wrong way. So funny.
It's crazy. I mean, it's as if we're acting drama. It's not like real life. It's as if this is Nollywood and then they are shooting different scenes. So imagine that this is actually real life. It's like a nightmare. Like what Sister Mona said, we don't want war in our region. Don't bring war, because we know what these evil people are planning. They did it in Sudan. I mean, they're still doing it in Congo. They will set up people to fight and kill themselves while they cut away their resources. It's resource control. Anything that we want to do, we can do it without war. That's what we're saying. We can do it without war. We do not need war. When we are saying we don't want war, it's not because we are cowards. Later in this show, by the grace of God, we'll read to you the implications of what we are saying. Why we are saying there's no need for war. It's absolutely uncalled for in 2021. For those that are saying that Israel is going to support them, Germany is going to support them to go to war to Nigeria, against Nigeria, Please, my people, do not listen to those lies and propaganda. I beg you. See what is happening in Congo, like we said. Sudan. Who is benefiting from all these wars? Who is setting the indigenous peoples up? Okay, even the Biafran war that we fought, we had our guest here that was here last week and told us how it was formed against Biafra so that they can take the resources of Biafra. They wanted to wipe off all the Biafrans so they will take their land completely.
And they've done it before, by the way. They done it to some island and took everything, and just the island, nobody lives there now except them flying in and stealing resources.
Yes, this is what we are calling the attention of our people. Even Rwanda. What happened in Rwanda is they put the heads of the two people to kill themselves so that they can steal resources. It's the same thing all over Africa. Our men, can't you think? Those that are calling for war. What is wrong with you? Ask yourself, who is supporting the genocide everywhere? Why are they doing it? They are always playing the ethnic nationalities together. They join their heads together. They play their heads to each other.
And they show up as super God to come and fix the problem. Peacemaking.
Yes.
Westerners, they are here.
And they'll come with Red Cross, Yellow Cross, Brown Cross, Green Cross. Yes, there is war in Nigeria. We are coming to help them. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It's a setup, guys.
And
they set us up and they supply ammunition and make money. They are using the resources. They are stealing your resources. They are always supplying the ammunition they made to you to kill yourselves. Why they make money in thousands? Do you know how much of this ammunition costs? You think one AK-47 is ₦1? If they tell you the amount of one, use it to finish building house in your village. Not to talk of the life being wasted. One child in Igbo land, we use 1 million. We use millions to train one child. Then you go and bombard them and kill all of them. We saw what has been happening. We saw Abba, we saw Emene, we saw Mpo, we saw what's that one, Obibu. We saw all these things. Who is gaining from these things? Who is gaining from the death of my people? Who is gaining from the massacre of my people, the youths of tomorrow, the leaders of tomorrow? Who is gaining? Somebody is gaining. This is the type of thinking we want our people to be having. It's a means of selling their gadgets, their war gadgets. How come they didn't supply this ammunition to Goodluck? When President Goodluck wanted to fight Boko Haram, when he was just starting, those that were alive then will know that they blocked him everywhere. All the superpowers, they told him it's not terrorism. Instead, they ganged up against him, brought Goodluck down, and brought a renowned terrorist and put him in place. Why your land goes up in flames? They come in to steal your resources. Smart African indigenous peoples have since learned that wars in Africa are man-made, not even by Africans, but from the criminals. Wars in Africa, I'll tell you again, we are engineered, are being engineered, being manipulated. The indigenous peoples of Africa are being manipulated against themselves. This is 2021. There is now no need for war. We have all sorts of conflict resolution tools set in place that can be used to resolve conflicts. Even when you have issue of border, we have border adjustment tools. We have all these things. The international communities actually do not want Nigeria to burst uncontrollably, because the case of Nigeria is different in the sense that we are over 200 million people. They can't try what they're trying in Congo and Sudan with Nigeria because it will affect everybody. So they are working not to allow that to happen. Where do you think the world will keep over 200 million refugees? Where do you think they will enter?
They think that South Americans is a joke. My dear, we will fly you, we will turn into snake. Whatever we need to do, come to your location, we will come to your location. So don't think we're going to wear t-shirt and say, Biden, we're praying for you. We will come in here if you don't stop it. People will show up if you don't stop.
My people are different type of people. They will crack up borders. If you allow Nigeria to go into flame, my people will develop technology overnight and fly into your country by all means, against all borders and all walls. So you do not want Nigeria to go into flames. Nigerians at home have relatives all over the world. It's only in Nigeria that this has happened. It's difficult to find a family, especially in the South, where somebody is not abroad. Mm-hmm. And all these people, if conflict starts, they will move their people. Some of them are citizens already, legal citizens in countries. In Asia, in Europe, in UK, everywhere, they will legally apply for the transfer of their people. Where will you keep them? I'm asking the world. I'm asking international communities, can you absorb 200 million refugees? You can't play games. You can't play politics with Nigeria conflicts. You cannot. You cannot afford to. The world cannot afford to play games with the decisions of the indigenous peoples of Nigeria. Not after COVID. You see, the nations should not want another catastrophe after COVID. They have not even recovered. Simply, you cannot handle it, world. You cannot handle Nigeria busting open. And if you play politics with what the indigenous people are doing, that might just happen. We want Nigerians' problem to be contained within Nigeria and resolved within Nigeria.
And it's possible.
And it's very possible. Very, very possible. Those that are planning this catastrophe are those who are still opposing what Ninas is doing. Because Ninas, like NNC in South Africa and Nelson Mandela, this is exactly the structure that Ninas is following. So governments of the world, they know better, and that is why they're supporting the work of Ninas. They do not want to work with all these Facebook and social media warlords with the different names. Those that are flexing muscle. You're on Facebook, flexing muscle, and sending your people to go and die in Aba, Area, all these places. What are you doing there? I spoke to one, he said, I took what they're going to work with. I said, what is that? He said, phones. I said, so, it's phone you put in your village used to fight war, right? So for that they would take picture of my people being killed so that you see it and do what with it. I told you, I said, you know, in our language, something that bites, something that eats and destroys, you do not go empty-handed to catch it. That is why you strategize and choose your battles. Be wise, cool-headed, and plan what is going to happen and how it's going to be happening. Not being on Facebook, creating online Facebook country that does not exist anywhere and that will never exist anywhere because there's no vacuum in our land. I keep telling them, there's no vacuum of leadership in our land. There are some people there. It's just that they're not doing what they want, the people want them to do. So we are trying to restore power to the people so that they'll be able to put the type of people they want to lead them. So sending useless, clueless youths in Igbo land to their early grave is not part of the plan. I cannot be part of the plan, not in 2021. You see what is going to happen very soon. Those countries where you people are hiding and fermenting trouble all over, they will come for you people. They will figure you out. Because the world does not want Nigeria to blow up. So they will never support warlords. Never. Anybody that is faking you, that is supporting you, and you're a warlord calling for war, they're only playing because they want to use it to come in and take resources. That's all. And for our dear corrupt politicians, very soon, there will not be a hiding place for you people.
Amen.
There won't be any hiding place for you because nations are following you people's activities very closely. They are following what is happening in Nigeria. They are seeing your videos. They are seeing the interviews you're granting. They are taking notes. When you hear Nigeria is under security watch list, it's not a joke. We are being watched. Nigeria is being watched for real. People are collecting salary on the case of Nigeria. They are being employed. They are giving them positions to watch Nigeria, and they are putting their hard-earned money to pay salaries. So people to watch Nigeria. It's not spirit that watch Nigeria. When you say watch list, it doesn't mean that God is watching. Hey, child, God is watching. It's not that type of watching, my people. People have actually been employed, given titles with salary every month to watch Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not so that they will watch and clap for you. They're watching all of you, playing with the people's lives.
Collecting evidence.
They're collecting evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Nations are ready to employ even Nigerians to help watch Nigerians, to help monitor Nigerians, to help them navigate through these critical moments, especially when Nigerian Christians are being massacred. There are Christians outside Nigeria, non-Nigerians, that are being employed to see why Christians in Nigeria are being massacred. So those of you in the north blowing mouth from left and right, don't think it's a joke. It's no more a joke anymore. The international communities are working with Ninas. Why they chose Ninas is because they are level-headed people that they can communicate with and talk with. So for those of you that are going to, you're warming up to go to UN. We are going to UN. We are getting ready to computer. We are going to the computer. You're going to UN. When you get there, what are you going to tell them? UN had 2007 protocols set in place for people to want, people that want their nation and self-determination to follow. Nina's embraced it since for 20 years now. This is the 21st year. And UN is aware. US is aware. All the nations that should know are aware. They get this document direct. Any conference you see Nina's conduct, even if you want, let it be 2 people that you're seeing. The video is already where it should be.
Amen. That is how it works.
Any video you see, even if it's one person, if it's just Brother Tony that is talking, that video has moved to where it should go. So, my people, it's high time you follow who know road. They say, follow who know road, make it no fall for gutter. They are begging you, it's for your own sake, because we are not stopping. We daughters of truth, we found the truth, and we have been following the truth. We are committing our investment, our money into making sure that truth prevails. We are not going to follow your corner Appian way, because you know it leads to death. And thank God people are coming on board. Let's Sister Augusta, please continue. Sister Mona, please. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. And thank God people are coming on board, because the message is clear. They're beginning to hear the message, and it's beginning to make sense to a whole lot of people. Now, I'm going to read an article that was written on the 22nd of March, 2021. I think it was also placed on CNN. Is about, when we say we do not want war, there's a reason why we are saying this. So that people will get the idea that somebody trying to foment war at this stage, does not make sense.
The same word on a table at the end of the day. The same word.
Exactly. So what's the point? Why not go to the table first? And maybe when you get to the table, then you can now go to, but not before. So going to the table is very, very important. So I'm going to read this.
Sister Augusta,
yes,
I just want to give people on the ground this thing for them to know that the war we're talking about is not 1920. This war is called the Tigray War, right, Sister Mona?
Yes.
It started on the 3rd and 4th of November 2020. Just last year it started. It's a new war they fermented. What happened? There are People's Liberation Front, controlled by the regional, this type of de facto government that you're having, and the Ethiopian National Defense Forces. That's what is going on. which is what we're telling people, that going through war is not the way to get freedom. Some ignorant people in that place push the people into war. Now hear what the people are going through.
Hey.
Yes, so the title is practically, this has been a genocide. Doctors say rape being used as a tool of war in Ethiopia. You see, rape, it means that our young girls are being molested as a tool of war. So this happened, I think the report is from Sudan, Diet. So more evidence of sexual violence being used as a deliberate weapon of war is emerging from Ethiopia, northern Tigray region, where an armed conflict has been raging for months. Women are being gang raped, drugged, and held hostage, according to the medical records and testimonies from survivors shared with CNN. In one case, a woman's vagina was stuffed with stones, nails, and plastic. According to a video seen by CNN and testimony from one of the doctors who treated her. CNN has spoken with 9 doctors in Ethiopia and 1 in a Sudanese refugee camp who say they have seen an alarming increase in sexual assault and rape cases since Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed launched a military operation against leaders in Tigray, sending in national troops and fighters from the country's Amhara region. Forces from neighboring Eritrea are participating in the military campaign on the side of Ethiopia's government, as CNN has previously reported. According to the doctors, almost all the women they treat recount similar stories of being raped by Ethiopian and Eritrean soldiers. The women said the troops were on a self-proclaimed mission of retribution and were operating with near total impunity in the region. A CNN team in Amdayet, a sleepy Sudanese town on the Ethiopian border, where thousands of refugees from Tigray have gathered in the recent months, spoke with several women who described being raped as they fled fighting. He pushed me and said, "You Tigrayans have no history, you have no culture. I can do whatever I want to do and no one cares," one woman said of our attacker. She told CNN she is now pregnant.
Oh, goodness.
Many say they were raped by Amhara forces who told them they were intent on ethnically cleansing Tigray. We've been talking about ethnic cleansing our people. This is what is going on over there. A doctor working at the sprawling refugee camp in Hamdayet told CNN. The women that have been raped said that the things that they said to them when they were raping them is that they need to change their identity to either Amharas or at least leave their Tigrayan status, and that they've come there to cleanse them, to cleanse the bloodline, Dr. Tedros Teferi said. Practically, this has been a genocide, he added. The flood of refugees has become a trickle since Ethiopia forces reinforced the border in recent days, warring refugees who are now still open to be reunited with family members. The Ethiopian government didn't immediately respond to CNN's request for comment on allegations that its forces are carrying out a coordinated campaign of sexual violence against women in Tigray. 3 days after CNN published this investigation, the Eritrean Embassy of the UK and Ireland responded by denying allegations of wrongdoing by Eritrean soldiers and denying that Eritrean troops were in Ethiopia. Thousands of civilians are believed to have been killed in the conflict. CNN has previously reported that soldiers from neighboring Eritrea have perpetrated extrajudicial killings, assaults, and human rights abuses in the Tigray region. Separate investigations by CNN and Amnesty International in February revealed evidence of massacres carried out by Eritrean forces in Degalat and Hazum. Eritrea's government has denied involvement in the atrocities. The new reports of sexual violence come as US President Joe Biden dispatches Senator Chris Coons to meet with Abiy and convey US concerns about the humanitarian crisis and human rights abuses in the Tigray region. The State Department has previously called for an independent investigation. Bring it down.
Oh, are you reading? Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm reading from the screen, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Don't read the whole thing. Try to sort of summarize.
Yeah, in a nutshell, probably I should stop somewhere here. So let me stop where we have the, okay, you want us to stop? That's fine.
Sorry. Sorry.
I wanted to say the Ethiopian government, what the Ethiopian government decided to do.
Okay.
Let me go back there.
Our people, why you find that our people, this Tigray that we're saying is like the people calling themselves Biafra inside Ethiopia.
Yeah.
And this is what we're telling people, that you setting yourself against the country is not the way.
Go, yeah.
It's not
go up a little bit. I just wanted to read what. Hey, stop. Stop. Go up a little bit. Go down a little bit. Hey, will you see where they say Ethiopian government? I just wanted to read. I think that's where they. Go. Okay. Ethiopia's government has severely restricted access to journalists until recently, making it challenging to verify survivors' accounts. And an intermittent communications blackout during the fighting has effectively blocked the war from the world's eyes. But in recent weeks, as foreign journalists have been allowed in, horrifying stories of rape and sexual violence are beginning to surface. I think we can stop there. You know, once this government, once they do all these things, they also want to, they are holding the knife and the yam at the same time. You understand? So they are blocking foreigners, they are blocking foreign journalists from seeing what is going on. So as Sister Ekwi actually said, this war began 3rd to 4th November 2020, just last year, like a few months ago, you know, and the Tigray Liberation Front, controlled by Tigray Regional Government and the Ethiopian National Defense Force, the ENDF. All right, sister, go ahead.
Yeah, this happened to us in Biafran War. In Biafra genocide, it's not war, it's Biafra genocide. How will you like a repeat in your land? You're already seeing it happen. For those of you that are here supporting, especially women and children, we are appealing from you to you from this platform. Women, we are the ones that will suffer when crises break out uncontrollably. That's why there is no need for that. We are negotiating. This is what is going on. The transition has actually begun. We are negotiating and we are getting results. So there's no need for anarchy. There's no need. And for the clueless people that said, anyway, they call themselves pro-Biafra, they say they want to go to UN, they want to go to Hague. Please stop wasting our time. It's like a blind mind leading blind people. UN visited Nigeria in 2018. That UN you're going to visit has already come. Visited Nigeria and declared the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria a pressure cooker for injustice. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. People, please do.
Internet connection. Okay. Yeah, so we are not wasting time with stooges that don't know their left from right. As you can see, if any war breaks out, it's the women that will have stones and nails and everything else put in their vagina, not you guys. So as mothers with little girls, with young women, I think my sister is back. Sister, are you back?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, I don't know what happened. So what will you tell them when you get to UN? The people already is.
Right. Isn't this internet wonderful? Always captures you when you have your mouth open. Right. So the bottom line, what she's trying to say is that the job has been done. Or you got cut off again. Start again.
Okay. I say America has already made up their decision what they want to do. Had congressional hearing, made budget on how they want to approach this situation because they have the details on the table. You say you now want to go and meet them and tell them what exactly?
My day, it was you now, because we are telling them what is your strategy. So they have to come up with one, and the one they will come up with is one that have already been done because they don't know. So they're trying to make it sound like they're doing something, gara, you know. So that's what came to mind. Repeating.
It's not good to be a crook. The worst thing you can be in this world is to be a crook. UN said that the pressure cooker, the 1999 Constitution is a pressure cooker for injustice. So when you get there, tell them, okay, the pressure cooker has busted. What are you going to tell them? They have finished. They finished. I said, what do you say when somebody say the work is finished? The work is finished. You cannot reinvent the wheel. There's no need for that. The 2007 United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, it was passed and is there. It's now in the world. And you know what? Biafra is not an indigenous people. There's a declaration. When you get there, there are 46 articles. There's a time we actually did it on this show, that we read out the articles to you people and told you the terms and the conditions and everything. What makes you an indigenous people? What makes a people indigenous? We read these things to you. It's like somebody give you formula, you want to go and turn it around and say, I must bend your hand, you must do the one I say. For you to qualify as an indigenous people, first of all, it has to be Igbo land, Igbo man, Igbo people in Igbo land, Ijo people in Ijo land, Yoruba people in Yoruba land, Urobo people in Urobo land. And they have a directory. It's not when you come and say, we are Umwekwenta nation. We are indigenous people of Umwekwenta. We have come to get our freedom. No. UN actually has a directory with the people's names and their maps, where they are located. All these things are done and done. How do I explain this thing to these people?
You cannot lump them together and declare a name and say, okay, you are all Biafra, come, let's go. You are the one declaring all these indigenous peoples. You cannot lump everybody together like that. You have to go. You can't do that. Yeah. So for those that are thinking that, oh, we don't like the name Biafra. No, the truth is that in the United Nations, they don't have it as Biafra. No. They have it as the indigenous peoples. They have the 1885 ethno-linguistic map. That is what they have over there. And that is why we are going with what they have. Not what you are thinking in your head. Oh, Biafra.
How? My dear, when you don't read, you go and embarrass yourself in the international, my dear arena. You get by because they don't want to. They think they are following lawyers. When your so-called lawyers read their law degree with lantern, the light was taking half of the time. The difference between their law degree and what they please.
Under the tree.
We have passed
that mango tree.
It's not that difficult, my dear. So some people just want title. That's another thing where some of these things are stemming from. They want a title, they want to belong, they want to act like they are directing their people. When underlying, they don't care about their people. Some of them have lost so much money in the online franchise, they want to get it back, so they want to do something, they are not even looking to see exactly, am I really looking for freedom for my people? What can I sincerely do? Given that I have led my people astray for how many years and taken all their resources, what can I honestly do to bring freedom to my people? No, they don't want that. They want reparation for the suffering that they suffered under the Supremo and the leadership of everything else that has gone wrong. And that's where they are coming from. Until you guys tell yourself the honest truth, you will be running in circles, going to the UN. Hopefully they won't lock you guys up there though, because they may see all these stooges, they say, these people don't deserve freedom, lock them up.
They are not going to UN, they are going in front of UN and taking pictures. And they're going in front, to go and see who do you have appointment with? So they are staying in front of UN and they say photo, hey, we are in the United Nations, we are spoken to, who did they speak to? Haba.
I was talking to somebody, he said he knows one of them, that he has worked with him. That one is not going to any UN anywhere. That what he wants to do is, when he makes enough noise, these politicians, these governors will see him and settle him, sort him out, give him money and all that. That's just what he's doing. Okay. He said he's going to talk to him today. Like they talk, he knows him. So he's the person in front, people in front, leading the people.
It makes
so
sense.
The only people being deceived are you people listening to us now. Popcorn. They are using your head to fry popcorn. You're the only one being deceived. These people were saying the things you have in the direction in UN. These white people have been dealing with our forefathers. They know us. They know our names. They know where we are located. When I came here, one white man just said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Nigeria." He said, "Are you Igbo?" Because you look Igbo.
Exactly.
He's a white man. I said, telling me some things. And they know us. You're not telling them what they don't know. I don't know how black man will understand that anything not done systematically confuses the white man. And he hates it. Once you are not following method and system, you will confuse the white man. He will not even listen to you. As people are talking, he will just be looking at you and you're talking. He's not hearing you. They don't have that attention span that is too long. Yaga, yaga, yaga. It doesn't work for them. So they will pack you and your yaga, yaga, yaga to one corner and say, next. Who is on the line? Next.
They're watching all these things as cartoon, and that's why we're asking our people to be proud of who you are. We are proud of our Igbo nations. We want Igbo nation. We want Ijo to be proud of the Ijo nation, so that we can come together under the Lower Niger Federation or the Lower Niger Bloc and move. But you don't go there and follow anyone and say you're not another nation. No, UN doesn't recognize that. We have set this standard for you guys. We have preached this choir for you guys on how these things is done. And by the way, maybe at the end of the show today, I will play that video for you guys. For those of you that maybe didn't get opportunity to watch that the UN Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People, or peoples really, for you guys to know that we are on the right path. Ninas is on the right path. And the good news is that God went ahead. How many years ago, our brother Tony Nadi and Kofi Annan and Sowinka, did I say that? Yes, they work together. They realize that these things are needed for our freedom, and they've already done. Even though some of them have completed a job and they still play politics and they wait for Nama to come in front of their house, they were like, "Chineke, we need to go back to where we came from," you know. So God has used those at that time, the resources, and get all these things done. And he's using those protocols to get these things, to get us to our destination. And that's why you can see he can practice it in Nigeria, because he's within the legal means, the legal guideline. He can say all these things there and nobody will come and chase after him. The same way some other people are out there making noise, Ninas will do stuff, they will go and confuse it. And millions of our people are watching this. Millions of our people are watching this person that doesn't know if he's left from right, that doesn't care about other people. I say he wants you guys to be watched, because you know when you're a man and you're looking like a woman, you know, you don't know who is checking who out. They begin to check others out. Who knows what they're doing on the air? That they have this sense of urgency to deceive our people. We have really
if I come in a little bit, the person that was making that nonsense, we don't even want to we don't even want to give him attention, basically. But sometimes we need to like call such people out. You know, he is out there projecting what Professor Akitoye is doing, saying that Professor Akitoye is doing Odudua. Duh! Professor Akitoye is Ninas. And he's on the other side saying Ninas is for one Nigeria. That kind of confusion, I don't understand. You are projecting.
That's what we call them.
You are projecting Akitoye. And you're condemning Ninas. Meanwhile, Akitoye is Ninas.
It's Nima chairman. He's the chairman. Ninas.
My dear, the joke is on us. And I don't even know if these people are really from our own side. Who knows if somebody paid?
So. I don't think so.
Who are these animals?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Our people are
so bad. They're not smart at all.
Or a lady that I know here in Houston, she's undocumented with her kids and her husband. I am so pissed off with her. I'm sorry that I have to say that. And she goes online and yaks rubbish. She doesn't understand the template of LSC, doesn't understand how far Ninas has gone.
She does. She just wants her green cards, my
She wants her green card, exactly. So she's thinking at the end of the day, Nnamdi Kanu POB will give her asylum. Nnamdi is enjoying here with his latest babe, cruising around Houston here, and you are thinking Nnamdi will give you asylum so they can get green card and stay in America unlawfully. I mean, I don't understand. And there is a template that would help you get your what is it called? Your independence. And you are damning it and praising one lunatic, non-narcissist somewhere that is going to get you Biafra. Hey, Chineke.
It's so tiring, my people. We don't want to come here and be talking about these things over and over again. Educate yourselves. Educate, educate, educate. Don't go by listening to people that do not have your well-being at heart. They have shown it. All they want is for you to see them in their different gadgets, to see all the resources that they have around them, to make you sound like they are all that. Besides, some of them don't even have a job, because I have a job, but I cannot afford to be on air 7 days a week. You can tell that they don't have a job. They are not practicing, because every time you turn around, they are broadcasting themselves either eating chewing gum or doing push-ups. So that's all that you see. They don't care about what you're doing. Look at our brother Tony that has given everything, his time, everything, all the time. And you men and your sisters will sit there and watch other people belittling him, and you're not challenging because you don't understand where we're going. Because if you are on the other platform and they talk down on what Ninas is doing, which is one-way ticket to our freedom, one-way ticket to the nation that you so much like, whether you want to call it Biafra or whatever. But right now, I am not a Biafra, I'm an Igbo woman. I'm under Igbo nation, under the lower Niger.
I'm an Igbo woman, no. I was born Igbo. I'll continue to be Igbo. Yes. Igbo nation.
So don't I'm a proud Igbo woman from Igbo nation.
I'm telling you.
So that's who I am. I'm not going to add whoever that doesn't want to be Igbo or who doesn't. Stay in your own lane. I'm proud to be an Igbo woman under my Igbo nation in lower Niger block.
Simple.
It's a no-brainer.
Simple.
And you want to be. He knows my location. He knows where I come from. He knows what I represent. Like my sister said, when they see you, the first time they ask you, the first thing they ask you, are you Igbo? That is the first thing that they ask. They don't ask you, are you Biafran? As a matter of fact, the day I mentioned Biafran, I saw a guy in an elevator. I mentioned Biafra. He did not speak until he got out of that elevator. I said, oh my God, what just happened?
And they embrace Igbo. They embrace the Igbo-ness.
Right.
And this is what I'm saying. Your identity matters. The world does not expect you to lose that identity. If you are Ijo, come as an Ijo to the table. We discuss. But you will be leading your Ijo people, not Ijo leading Igbo. And then if you are Igbos, come as an Igbo. Because Igbo will be leading Igbo, not Igbo leading Ijo or Urobo. Stay on your lane. Maintain your identity. Stay on your lane. The Yorubas are working on their nation and are speaking as Yorubas. The same thing we expect in the Middle Belt. These things are going to come. And all working under Ninas, the indigenous peoples inside Nigeria. It cannot be less beautiful. This is just awesome.
Marvelous, marvelous, outstanding.
Huh?
Outstanding. But there is no, and that's what we're asking you guys, go and educate yourself. As you can see, the politicians all of them are all about themselves. They don't care what is going on. Even as little as working for them as a maid, they want to kill you. This is after they have stolen all your resources. They can take all your resources. You come to their house to serve them. They will slap you, hold you down, punch your breast, steal all your resources, take all the little bag you came into their houses with, and then turn around and take you to the police station and put money in your luggage that they refuse for you to take when you're leaving, and bring it back to the police station and say, hey, they stole my money. And then the next Sunday, they will go to church and also act as a pastor. They will get on their knees. It's the same thing, evil upon evil. And if we continue to watch this evil, we will never go anywhere. We remember when this whole thing started, the little 419ers, people are saying they are 419ers and then it became a goal for our young ones to become 419ers. We heard about kidnapping. People will say, oh my God, kidnapping going on. What did people in diaspora and everywhere did? No, they will save a little money to hire security. You think that will save you? No, everybody is a criminal. Who are you going to hire? So we cannot afford to watch any bad thing happen in our society, because at the end of the day, it will come full circle, knocking on your door. Just like some people that pretended after they did the UN declaration, they left Lower Niger Congress with what they're doing and MNN and started doing things that they're doing until a big old cow showed up in their neighborhood. They were like, wow. We don't want to wait till a cow shows up in front of our door. We know what to do. We have the information to get it done. Just key in. Key in, we have what we are doing out there on the social platforms. We are not hiding it. We are not going and say, oh, we don't have strategies. We are coming. One day we'll hear something on the radio, then we'll come and repeat it and say that's what we are doing. The strategy has been there. The 16 steps is not in hiding. If you type in now the LNC strategies, you will see it anyways, and it's color coded so that you know when we went from one color to another. Ask the other people running around and making noise to bring one. They can't even organize it. They just want titles, and people are dying. So to prove what these people are doing, I know some of you may have seen these videos about our fake one that even some online rogue franchise at one point were telling people to be supporting this guy, that he's marrying our sisters, and why all he's doing is actually molesting all our sisters, both the ones that he married as wife and the one that he used as maid.
Nigeria is a good Nigeria. That funny kind of there's no good to live. That man is a wicked mafia. Because you are begging me for sleeping with me, I refuse you. You treat me like an animal. FFK House 2017.
That's all they want to do, sleep with women. Sleep with women.
They maltreat the man, staff. The man beat me, call even PG, and then beat me up. Even the one hit me for breast, which I'm having problem.
What's BG?
The bodyguard was holding me. Is he?
The same bodyguard that holds his wife.
I was asking him my money that he seized. He paid salary. And the letter called me, I should bring the salary. That I don't know why I'm staying upstairs and the kitchen is started. So, you applied me as a kitchen, and you applied me as a chef. So I did close your children and the madam. He after beating me that night, he took me to a police station, Asuko, which I explained to them. The DPO police station now said that they don't want to see Fanika Yode in that station again. He now transferred me to
frequent flyer. He pays his salary, he will take you to police station to go and collect it back from you. And then you go to church on Sunday and get on his knees and post himself on Facebook.
And before they leave me there, Fanika Yode took my bag, said that I should not go to carry my bag. And I told that Femi that I know how this man is behaving. As this man took my bag, if we're coming back to carry my bag, this man is going to place money inside my bag and accuse me. This is what he has been doing to staff. The less they are now come, I said that I don't want to work again. So they bring the bag. The man insists that they will search my bag. And I told the policeman, you see what I'm telling you? Then bring my bag. That's how I should search my bag. I raise my clothes, the first one, raise the second one, see the money. And that money he placed there is my salary that he sees after signing. This is the not first, this is not second. He hold my 4 months salary. And only 2 that a wife is aware. You hold the other 2. He said that if I open my mouth and mention it, that he will kill me and nobody will smell my blood, and because I'm nobody. As I'm talking to you, the bag is in that house.
Which work were you doing?
I say nanny.
Okay, nanny.
Yes, the way that man treated the wife, which my madam Chiso. He beat that woman even the day the madam mother never died. He beat that woman, beat the madam sister, beat that woman Joy. The woman that you call as your wife. You laid that woman in place of a staff. You be calling that woman such of some names. That is a shower. He took it from dustbin. He do that man not deserve to live.
All right. So again, this highlights what we are dealing with in every arena. If it's not the politician stealing our monies, it's the politician bringing maids to their house and trying to turn them into sex slave. It's always the politician doing something that is against us as a people. everything that they do currently has to benefit them. If not, they are not interested. We also have another video of a politician. I'll let you describe this one here.
My dear, it's the all evil now. He had a court case, and he had to fake that he's sick. No, he's paralyzed, that he has a spinal cord injury. He didn't know that where he was, there was a camera in his room. So the camera had already shown him and all that. So you see, it's a session of it will show you, where he began, where he started walking like a cripple. You will now see him where he transformed to normal human being. The type of collar he's carrying, if you have it, that type of injury, won't even come out of hospital. But this is a mumu man that is acting Nollywood. It's in the main road with it. It's unbelievable. Are you ready, please?
Madisho appeared in court crutches over false allegations against Governor Aminu Bello Masari. He was later caught on camera in police custody walking around. Let's share some of the videos with you.
Why aren't you the landlord? Yes, you. Why aren't you the landlord?
Push him down. I don't know what you guys are doing. Push him up the steps.
They are blown. Cut his neck. That's ridiculous. I think that's not his way. It's supposed to be dresses, so that he's supposed to wear under. He's tied it on top of the cloth. As
So this is when he returned home after the court case, after the drama of the court case. He did not know there's camera over there. So he's taken off. Look at this. Leaving his crutches. Oh, he took off the neck collar in the car anyway.
took out, yes.
So yeah, so that one didn't show. Is that a mosquito net in his bedroom? What the heck is that?
I don't even know what it is. Who knows?
Yeah, look at the man.
Mosquito net.
It's mosquito net. They won't fumigate the environment.
But they will put nets inside their house, and the rest of people will die of malaria. Ordinary some African nation, they fumigate the whole community, the whole place. But Nigeria cannot, because we have people like this leading us. You see him going to pray. Right? He will sing, because it will end in prayer. Whether in the mosque or in the church, all the criminals are in there. And these are the actors with them. They are paying them.
They're benefiting from the first system.
Okay, now he starts praying.
Hey, I'm Russ Rufino. And if you're
all right, so we're just going to stop. The bottom line is that this thing has been going on and on in our land. The same politicians and their cohorts, is the same drama, is the same dysfunctionality, is the same fraud, is the same, God knows what else there, the molestation of our people, our children, everything else is the same. I mean, here we are in a country that houses how many millions of people, and we have all these ungoverned spaces everywhere that nobody's taking care of, that even flights can fly from inside the Afarukuibe, Fiam on an untied road. I don't know where they are in that thing, or Umahe, whatever, somewhere in Zamfara, I mean. They will and fly. That place looks like it's somewhere in the village, you know, Kiwe, or I don't know.
Yes, yes. They might be taking something from Afara, what do you call it? Because they are nowhere these things are located. You remember there was a time we did it in this show, where they'll come and take sand from our land and go analyze them, and they know where the things are located. You be your village, they are there, stealing.
Right. So it's sad, my people. Go ahead.
Yeah. So like somebody was asking, what is the relevance of the two videos that we just showed? Yes, you know, like, as in, how does that concern us with the Fani Kayode and his abusive nature? The truth is that we are showing these politicians their false life, their narcissistic nature, their madman mentality, because they believe that power is in their hands and they can do whatever they want to do to anybody. It doesn't matter. As Fanikayode said, that lady, it will kill her and nobody will ask for. And that's the truth. It will do that and nobody would know that the lady even died.
And these are the willing tools tools being used, because that's
exactly.
So you see it, that's the type of life they're living. Is what is making them to be willing tools to the Fulanis.
Exactly.
Fulanis have all these videos, have all these things, and they used to blackmail them. So as a result, they will have to do the biddings of the Fulanis. That's how they end up being the willing tools. There are so many other things in their private life that the Fulanis have, and they use against them. So they can't speak for you. That's why we're telling them to close shop. That they cannot continue to represent us anymore.
Exactly.
We for ourselves. Go on, Sister Augusta.
Exactly. As Sister accurately said, that they are the willing tools and they're enjoying their loot and using it to enslave us and our children. They are all above the law, the untouchables of Nigerian society. Their willing tools include politicians from the southwest, southeast, south, even middle belt. They are bed partners that are the pastors, the influencers, like traditional rulers and celebrities. We hear that some traditional rulers in Yoruba land are paid like 100 million naira to forget the Yoruba agitation, so they always use them. People like the king of Iwo is actually an emir of Iwo. In Yoruba land, you are an emir. Does it make sense? Wow. In Osun State, who collected money, sold his people and opened their land to Fulani to come and take over. Those who benefit from the looting of resources and raping of the indigenous peoples of Nigeria. These are the people that always throw a fit whenever any group talks about moving away from Nigeria. When they talk, they'll say, oh, they are succeeding. They will start using terminologies that will confuse people. Meanwhile, what the individual nationalities are looking for is self-determination. So they will keep using all kinds of language to, put us off. They do that in order to manage their resources better, stop the raping, and take care of their suffering people. The one Nigerian singers, those that are singing that, oh, Nigeria is a non-negotiable. The Akeredolus of this world, one moment they are with the people, when they remember their stomach, they switch over to stand with the enemy. And in the case of Akeredolu, I remember Akeredolu was one of those that gave the Fulani 7 days to evacuate Ondo State. And he also made this national anthem, the Yoruba national anthem, official, so that the children would sing that during school. He also made sure that the Yoruba, like the exercise book, had this Oduduwa, everything about Oduduwa. He was with the people. People loved him when they found out that this governor was in their camp. And suddenly, the same governor now said that he doesn't want to see the lives of Igboho in his state, and that they cannot come and destroy his state, forgetting the fact that he is just one person. When we talk about indigenous people, we're talking about peoples. But he is just one person. And he thinks he owns Ondo State. He's the one that will say whether Ondo wants to join Oduduwa or not. So as I rightly said, stomach infrastructure, that is what matters to these people.
Miss Augusta, you see the sudden nature. Because those are intelligence should know, and security should know. When you see a man flip suddenly, either money or blackmail.
Exactly.
They have videos on them. Those are still asking why these things are correlated. Like the video we showed you, they have worse ones on these politicians. They will just bring them in. There's one, if I mention to you now, he wanted to do something. They had a video on him. They just got all this, they just brought it and showed him. And he had to back out. So they have videos on them. If it's not this, it's that. Or they have something that they will use. Either they give you money or they will blackmail you.
And politicians that are being blackmailed, I mean, what more sin can you commit? If they have any video on you, fine. Still do what you need to do for your people, not against your people. If they give you money, collect it, but still do what is meant for your people. I mean, that's my own opinion right now.
It's our money.
Because it's our money.
Nobody should blackmail you for our money.
Our money. Yes.
You collected it. Come and work for us.
Come and work for us. With it. Come and work for us with it.
Oh, I collected the money. I'm coming to work for you people. It's our money.
So Ninas is saying it's time to go and discuss with your people, the so-called people you represent. 30 days has been given, counting from the 17th of March 2021. Otherwise, you're representing yourself and you stand the risk of being rejected by your people. Come and find out what your people want. The politicians need to do that because we've been telling them to close shop. They think that we are joking. You can't force your selfish opinion on anybody. You cannot do that. They are the ones dying. They are the ones who can't live a meaningful life. Why the politicians live in affluence? I mean, unexplainable affluence. That is what the politicians live in. The ones whose children are scattered all over the world in search of food. Our people want to come back home. And that is the truth. These children, they go through the Mediterranean Sea. Majority of them die in the sea. Majority of them get molested by the Libyans. The majority of them get, oh my God, all sorts of things that happen to our people just to get a greener pasture. It's not funny. Especially those living in refugees in Libya, Europe, Asia, name it. They're tired of roaming the earth when they ought to be at home. So it's time for consultation. As Nigeria unravels, the people need to tell you what to do next. Shutting Nigeria is going to be like shutting down a very dangerous nuclear plant, like killing a big monster who has been eating up the villagers. You need a formula, so you do not create an unnecessary vacuum. We've been talking about it. Nothing can exist in an empty space. So you need a formula. We need to work our modalities to have all that happen within months, not years anymore. You know, our people are coming home with resources. They are bringing in investment, so we need to talk about economic security. Security of this investment, security of lives and properties. Close your political shops first. You can open them again after we have resolved this. So for the politicians that think that, oh, if I join what my people are doing, I will no longer be the governor of Bodo State, please. Once you close shop, join with your people, you can still come back as governor of your state. You can still come back as the rep or the councillor or whatever title you have of your state. But you have to be with the people so that they can get their self-determination. Thank you.
Yeah, and Sister Augusta, this thing is so beautiful. You know, like the Nina's LNC strategy is a bloodless one, like Professor Akintoye said. You don't need to die for it. You don't need to die for what is already yours. It's just for you to, and it's step by step, running smoothly like a locomotive machine. It's just like if you do one before you can do two. You cannot jump. For those criminals that like jumping, you jump and go to the end. I want to do the end one. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That is step by step after doing the other. So we're telling our people that where we are now is where the maths and charter of relationships come to play, because that's what you arm yourself and now go into referendum. We can see the Yorubas, because they don't need charter of relationship, that homolithic, they are one ethnic nationality. So that's why they went straight into making their constitution. And with that constitution, they're going into their own regional referendum. In months, you're going to see them have their referendum. So it's mainly for Lower Niger area and Middle Belt. Because these people are heterogeneous, that's why you say you need charter of relationship. So that Ijo man and Igbo man will sit down on the table and discuss how they want to live together. So that there won't be this lack of trust. Oh, Igbo man is coming to swallow us, or Ijo man is coming to swallow us, or Yoruba man is looking for trouble. No, everything will be spelled out, written and signed. And as we speak, it is going on. That negotiation is going on. And that's the essence of inviting the governors into the negotiation. Because the people are going. We are not waiting for them. They're not leading us. We are the people. They should come. If you say you love us and you want to work with your people, come so that you know what we're doing. So in the days ahead, you will begin to understand how the entire Africa will be incorporated in this plan. It's bigger than what you can imagine, my people. It's large. And we are pleading to people that like lies and propaganda. Please, key into what Nina is doing. It is for the entire, like everyone. The world will not allow time wasters. Those that are just because, like we said, Nigeria is a watch list. And they know that there are people that are doing what we want. And they also know that there are criminals trying to steal from the people. And they will not tolerate that. They want this issue of Nigeria to be resolved as fast as possible and as quickly as possible, because it will bring stability to not only Africa, but the whole world. So the world is waiting for the manifestation of these nations. And they can't wait, because it's going to make people's life better. Even the immigration issue they're having everywhere, it will help them. So they understand that, and they've understood it. It will end terrorism coming from that ungovernable space, ungoverned space in that rogue country called Nigeria. So the world is already aware. So you're trying to say, I want to make the world aware that they're shooting us, they're shooting us, they're shooting us. You're only dying by yourself. The world will say, hey, yeah, you died. Okay, let's continue to work with the living.
Wow, that's tough to hear. Okay. Awesome. All right, so it's time for us to take phone calls. We have our phone numbers posted. Our WhatsApp number is +1 774 338 0942, and that's the same as our phone number, +1 774 338 0942. So you can either call it as a WhatsApp or call it as a regular number. And then if you want to join us on Zoom, the Zoom ID number is posted there. What is the Zoom ID number? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna find it and post it in there for you guys. Okay, the Zoom ID number is 987-342-0692, and the password is 003282. This number is listed on our under our topic. But it's 987-346-0692. 987-346-0692. Wow, password is 003282. Password is 003282. I'm gonna try to pin it there. So you have two ways to call us and join. So we are also talking about our Igbo Nation that we mentioned earlier. So if you want further information on that, you can reach us on Igbo Nation Now at gmail.com, Igbo Nation Now at gmail.com. We are running with this campaign, and very soon in the Land of the Rising Sun, you will begin to see banners and posters promoting all the different nations in that area. So key in, if you are from that area, begin to activate your move and start sharing that information. We are the Igbo Nation in the Lower Niger block. So if you are a Jaw, this is the time to get your banner, because I'm paying for mine. I'm paying for my Igbo Nation. I don't have one for a Jaw and all that stuff. So that will be for you guys to take care of. You know, if you have your own nation, you gather your people and begin to promote your own nation, because that's what you recognize. So pretty soon, very, very soon, you begin to see those posters and banners and flyers, both in Igbo language and as maybe Pidgin as well. So get with the program, get with the program. We are moving. This whole thing is going to end well for us. All we have to do is to understand the protocol. Take time out, do what we did. If the reading is a lot, if it's a massive reading, divide it into a bunch of your friends and say, hey, read from 1 to 2 and this one, and then summarize what you read, and then let's discuss. So however way you can understand, because we're not hiding what we're doing. We're not going to that and telling you go north. Tomorrow we say go south. That's not what we're doing. We're not telling you that we want to return to 1939 UN protocol when they have already abandoned it. There's a new one called 2007. That's not what we're doing. We're not trying to create the pathway. The pathway has been created already. So we just go through that path and get where we're going. And they're waiting for us to do this. They are looking at you guys and say, wow, Ndoji, I don't know who did this to you guys, but the document is there. They have it posted online. It's everywhere. And you guys are busy chasing shadows. When you see, who bagana church, when I buffed and then Kedibi and the Kendiane you monon. Which one do they call themselves? And too many distractions everywhere. When what you need to do is already written down for you. Just follow it. Go ahead, sister.
Sister, do you know what these criminals now did? When they saw the Yorubas organizing themselves, IPOB now went behind to go and meet them and say, let's partner together. Meanwhile, the Yorubas are working under Ninas. They are using the Ninas protocol. They are following the protocol of Ninas. And each region, like we told you people, Ninas is at the national level. Each region has a representative of Ninas. So in Yoruba land, we have that in Oma Odua, right? I called it well, right? So they're the ones working in Southwest. In Southeast, South, we have Lower Niger Congress. That's what representing Ninas in that area. In Middle Belt, we have Middle Belt Congress that was represented. So and they have officials already on ground. The strategy, the protocol, everything is on the table that we are following 2007. So, and they have international, like we told, we have the inter-regional alliance, we have the intra-regional alliance, then we have international imperative, where the stakeholders outside your region already have the documents and everything and the sequence and the protocol being followed, that if you finish this one, you do this one. We have finished a World Conference, we will do this one next. We have doing this. They have the timetable. So as we move, they are following. Anything outside the timetable they have, you're on your own. What we say, Oyo for you.
Mm-hmm.
So those of you that are causing trouble because you're not used to following protocol, you will get yourself destroyed without knowing. We are warning you. This is not gra thing. This is not I can do. You know, some of our people are so used to wuru. Akoroka, you know, you want to do Appian way. If they have Italian shoe, you enter your bedroom and bring out one. You won't put it Igbo shoe, you write it Italian shoe. That is fraud. If you produce a shoe at Aba, call it Aba made. That's how Taiwan started. When we were small, Taiwan, they say, Taiwan, it doesn't make sense. But today they're manufacturing and doing stuff. That's identity. If you produce something and put another label on it, that is fraud. Ibu Akoroka, Ibu 419. You are deceiving the people. And this is how you people have continued with this deception, that even in self-determination and freedom fighting and building of a nation, you think you can do Akoroka inside it. Unfortunately for you, you're not working alone. Mr. Muna, go ahead. You want to say something?
I said it's so sad. I'm laughing.
It's true. Unfortunately for you, you're not working alone. Yeah, you're not working alone. This, your nation is in the world. The world has a system. You have to follow what other people are following. And other nations, they have their freedom already. So follow the protocol. Stop running up and down. Stop running up and down like I'm for something. Next direction they say you should follow. Is it so difficult?
It's not.
If you produce shoe in Aba, write it boldly. Aba made. If I see it, I buy.
Me
if
too.
I don't want to buy, then I'll leave it.
Aba made product myself.
Exactly.
Oh, actually, this one is Aba made, I think.
Of course. And you go carry one stupid thing and put Brazil or whatever sort, because that is identity crisis. That's the beginning of it. And now we're talking about building this nation. We want to begin to realize our identity.
Yes.
We want the world to begin to recognize who we are. We are not Nigerians and we are not Biafrans. We are Igbos. And we do great things. The world already knows Igbos. Sometimes they spell it IGBO, sometimes they spell it IBO because they want to get, but they know us. Why do you want to deny who you are?
Not me. I'm an Igbo woman.
Proudly so. Proudly so.
Proudly so.
They have lied to you. If you put Igbo in anything, it won't work. That's the lie of the devil. And we're here to retrieve our identity. The Yorubas are already retrieving their identity.
Good job, Yoruba, my brother.
Good job, Yoruba.
The Yoruba's anthem is written in Yoruba.
Yeah.
And if you listen to it, it's so sweet. I mean, they're like talking about their identity, who they are originally.
Loving them.
That's the beauty of all the lyrics in their anthem.
And nothing can stop them.
No.
1 million Akeredo or whatever you call it cannot stop them.
Absolutely.
Do you remember what happened in the Tower of Babel? God said, the people are speaking with one voice now. Nothing can stop them. He said, even we that are in heaven cannot stop them. Except we change them, because why they had to scatter them, because they were going a different direction. So when the people come together and speak in their language, language is one. This is why we don't want people talking Biafra, because you're there. Are you going to speak Pidgin? Are you going to speak what? You are confusing yourself the more. Biafra is just like Nigeria. You. Come, we will build a nation. Nations are not built from on top. You build nation from down. You go to your original identity. Down there, when you come to the table to negotiate, you negotiate with your identity. So if I now want to build a Biafran nation after we have finished having a charter of relationship, we will decide what to call the nation. But then I'll be speaking as an Igbo woman. Yes. I will speak for Ijaw people. Ijaw people, because I don't know their needs. Ijaw people they live near water and they have different needs.
And you know they like ogogoro, so I mean their need is different from ours.
Yes, so they will start manufacturing a lot of it and refining it and making money from
it. Even you know the original alcohol itself, you know, it's good. You know, they can even get spirit from it. They can get a whole lot of stuff from it.
They will do a lot.
They will do a whole lot.
So that's why it's important to us for people to be identified as who they are. Don't mix up your identity, please. Not for a million. Go ahead, please, sisters.
Yeah, I wanted to say something. I wasn't out yesterday or so. The former chief of staff of Goodluck Jonathan.
Yes.
You know when he was in charge of the this thing, Boko Haram, he was able to actually defeat Boko Haram to a certain extent.
Yes.
Until Buhari started saying the fight
against
Boko Haram is fight against the North.
Yes.
And I remember El Rufai was saying, Hellfire, his name is El Rufai Hellfire, was saying that they are taking notes, they are taking account of all the people killed and that they shall revenge or retaliate later. So this Ihe Jirika moved from whatever party it was before to APC. And we remember we've been talking about willing tools. And you know, all the time they will come to our people that are willing tools, give them some kind of money, and they will change it was the same APC that retired you forcefully. They retired you forcefully. They just brought you down and brought one Almajiri to come and be on top. And suddenly you have shift base because I don't know how much they give you. So it's unfortunate. I don't know.
It's always Igbo man that they will use against Igbo interests. It's a strategy. People.
It works. It's a no-brainer.
Yes. If somebody wants to get into your family, is a member of your family, either the cook or the whatever, or even your child, that is a weaker link. So they will look for a weaker link. And that's why we don't want to create weak links everywhere. We want to bind together like chain and be strong. So when you see your brother doing something that is not right, do not say, let him be. Call your other people. This is how we do it in Igbo land before. Call Omunna, bring him and sit him down. Say, brother, what you are doing, your moves, is jeopardizing us. You don't need to kill him. You go and have a meeting with him and discuss. We've been doing a lot of that as Daughters of Truth. One-on-one meetings with people. We call them, we iron our minds together, then we reason together. And most of the time they understand. The genuine one, we understand. The criminal ones, when you come and tell us again. If you have discussed with them, make it public. Say, okay, this is what this person wants. In our land, when somebody is jeopardizing the people, we give you matches. And say, okay, you're not one of us anymore. We can't communicate with you. Since you have decided to jeopardize what the village people are doing, what we are doing on security, you are stealing from us and killing us, take matches. Go and live by yourself. The whole town. You will not go to markets in that village anymore. You will not go to church in that village anymore. If they have water resources, you will not be part of it. They will excommunicate you. You have to be going to another land to go and do anything you want to do. And that thing works. So these people that are going about shedding blood in our land, that's not who we are. We hold life sacrosanct. When people are not doing what we want them to do, we have many ways of getting them to do the right thing. Right. We don't kill them. We don't massacre them. We don't become what we want to correct. We say Fulani headsmen are killing us. You two want to start cutting heads. Stop putting blood on our land. Our land is a holy land. It's a sacred land. We are trying to clean the one that you made before. Please control your children. These people control your children. Every parent, uncle and auntie, control your children, whether they belong to cult or belong to IPOB. Tell them to go and keep their machete away. We want to stop. We don't want to be seeing this nonsense anymore.
Insane.
You need to stop. Because as Umada, when we talk, we decree. We speak as Umada, and heaven listens to us. Makandota, Makandota, because you will pay for every evil you're doing in our land. You will pay. The earlier you stop, the better for you. Any call, or do you go home?
So the number is listed. I haven't gotten any call. The number again is +1 774 338 0942. That number you can call as a WhatsApp or as a regular number, +1 774 338 0942. The what is that thing called? Zoom login number is 987 346 0692 987 346 0692. The password is 003282.
I hope the WhatsApp is on.
It is. I'm looking at it. You know, the last time it wasn't on. Oh, somebody.
Can you tell them about page, the page? Oh, is that called?
Yes, I don't know what's wrong. This app thing does all kinds of magic. Okay, caller, so sorry. Hold on here. Okay, can you hear me? Yes. Yes. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly here.
Okay, sisters, can you all hear him? Okay, go ahead. We can hear. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. My name is Ugochukwu Mbadowa, calling from India.
Welcome.
Yeah. You know, I'm happy to see this group. To tell you the truth, I just come back from work now, and I joined your program, and everything that you people are saying here for me is very clear to me. It's easy to understand, you know. I'm happy to see the things that you people are doing. It's easy for me to understand that our brothers, so-called Biafra freedom fighters, and what they are doing, pushing our people to go and die. In fact, I'm not happy about that. The last time I saw the news that happened at Aba, most of our young brothers, 16 of them, were killed.
Right.
In aspects of so-called freedom fighting. You know? I'm not happy about that, but hearing from you people now what you people are saying is very, very clear. We don't need to die for it.
Right.
We don't need to die for anything. So I'm happy, and I want to thank you people for the good work, and for you people to help. If this your radio can be able to reach to our brothers that is in Nigeria, so that they can be able to kick in and join, rather than going there to kill yourself in aspect of fighting for freedom.
Especially when there's a protocol in place. There's already a plan in place for us to get our freedom. Why are we now dying? Why are we now paying money? Why are we now cussing people out? Why are we now screaming on air every day?
I wonder, and their propaganda is too much. They are just putting propaganda everywhere. Telling people false things that is not in existence. That this, that, you know. And because of those things, our people thinking that these people are doing something. Right? They are not doing anything. And our people are pushing to go and kill police and kill soldiers with catapult and knives. People that is well armed. And you are going there with stealing guns. Because I hear that when they kill the police or army, they will take their gun and go and fight people that is well armed. You have nothing. Because they need you people to go and do one duty or the other to fortify yourself. I don't know. Are you doing that for government?
Right.
So my sister, please, how can I join in order to in this your group in order to know what is going on so that I can be able to key in it?
Absolutely. I will reach out to you after the show, okay? I will call you. Thank you so much. Just help us share the information with our brothers and sisters, because even Christ, when Christ was on this earth, a lot of people didn't hear his good news. It was only after millions of years did they start declaring Christ. So we don't want our people to die off and then only their bones will be hearing about this easy way of getting their freedom. Because we are so desperate at some point, we are all part of all this and thinking something is happening and it's not. So if you can help us, I'll call you after the show. So we thank you so much. As mothers, we don't want blood anymore. We know what it takes to give birth to children. We know what it takes to raise one. We know what it takes for people to sell their last resources to train their sons, only for the son to be brainwashed into being killed for no reason. We know what it takes for people pushing for war. You heard our stories about people putting stones and nails and all kinds of stuff in the vagina. This is all you hear, bad thing. And when you tell them this is the way, this is the right way, they don't want to hear because they are benefiting from this chaos. And our goal is to make sure that people have the information that they need to get where we're going, because it's there. UN is waiting for us to finish what we are doing. That's what they're waiting for. They went home, they are watching us saying this is what you're supposed to do, and you're running back and forth, claiming other people are lying on the platform, will do something. Instead of them to teach our people about it, they will make fun of what Ninas is doing and reduce it to nothing. And they have millions of followers. So if you can help us share.
Just to earn money from them. Just to collect money from them.
Just to collect money from them. So we thank you, our caller from India. We thank you so much. Okay, I'll call you after the show. Okay, bye-bye.
Yes, my sister. It's so unfortunate. Do you know these police people? They say they're carrying leaves. You say, what is the leaf they're doing in their pocket? They gave them leaf. They say, if you put this leaf in your pocket, gun will not go catch you. My dad, they will shoot them. Their blood is flowing like water, and the leaf is in the pocket. That's in a Jonto. The leaf is saying, oh, where is the person carrying me? He's like, I'm safe, I'm carrying myself.
Wow.
Please, 2021. Hey, Jehovah, I beg you. Stop being stupid now. Bikono. I beg you. I'm begging. I know my Bikono. Stop being stupid. Bikono. So that you'll be alive to see what we're doing. It's coming. The freedom is coming. This nation is coming because nothing is stopping Ninas. Willing tools will not stop Ninas.
Absolutely not.
Caliphate will not stop Ninas. We have gone past that. So we are coming. Investments coming. Things. Good life is coming. Stay alive to see it now. One day. My brother, my sister.
For those that, for the franchise show, another title that said is going to give you Biafra in 2020, that if he did not give you Biafra, it means that Elohim, Elohai, Elohim did not send him. So for you to even have that information, 2020 Agafela, and Biafra still hasn't come. So because receive one sense so that we can move on.
All right, caller, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Samuel. I'm calling from South Africa. Good evening, sisters.
Good evening.
I have been calling for a while now. I thought maybe I did not speak what you liked last time, and then you suddenly stopped answering my calls. But watching you now, I saw you were having problems with online calls. All right. I will keep commending you guys. Please pardon me if I somehow, go off the rail, because I am an inquisitive person. You see, whatever I follow, I always like to, understand it front and back, which made me quit IPOB. I was one time a supporter of it, but not having a coherent plan made me, step aside. So I don't know, with your permission, there is some kind of a little question I want to ask Ekwi.
Go ahead. She's listening. Go ahead.
Okay, Sister Ekwi, Dr. Ekwi.
Yep.
I want to ask, I'm not being pessimist or doubtful of what is going on. I, like someone that knows Nigeria very well, like you said, the elites are united in the indigenous Nigerian sufferings. They are highly united. And what is killing Nigeria is the military. The military is there to suppress any kind of resistance. So, Sister Ekwe, like what I want to ask you now, this process of closing shop, that there will be no election in any part of the zones whereby this agreement is taking place. And what happens if the Nigeria we know deploys soldiers on the days of election, or for people that are disturbing those that are campaigning, when they deploy military for such people, what does Nina have in place to counter such a challenge?
Okay, thank you, my brother. You see, that's why we do not want it to get to where they will declare military. There's no need for that. Do you understand? If we follow Nina's protocol, they won't. Did you see Yoruba people moving? Have anybody brought military there? Are you seeing what? So what Yoruba people are doing is like the prototype that every region will follow.
I don't mean like now, like the time of the election.
No, that's what we're saying. We are not talking of election boycotts. If we follow the step of Nina's, we will not get there. We will not get that election. Not be we they do the election. We are the ones attending it. Now it's the people that attend the rallies, not be us. We are the ones. You don't need to even go and start breaking their house. I'm telling you. If you stay in your house, I stay in my house. Who are they going to have the rally for? Are you listening?
Yes, I'm listening.
Before you get to the day of election, like Yoruba people are doing campaign for their referendum. Do you think now somebody will now come and start saying when the people are happy, they are already telling them what the nation will be like, that their suffering will end, they will bring food. They are hailing. I don't know if you have seen their campaign motion. The people, the market are hailing the people doing the campaign for their referendum. And that referendum is coming before election. No? They are not waiting for 2023. There's no vacuum anywhere. The people are hailing them, happy and rejoicing that their freedom is coming. Our people are suffering. Our people are dying. So they are hailing them. Now, you think that somebody will not go and bring APC or PDP for the people that are excited that their solution is coming.
I know.
They're having village meetings. They're having meetings. It's not, that's what we're saying. It's not coming main road to protest. That's what we're sending people. It's a locomotive thing, step by step. And the NINAs will be issuing step as days go by. That's why we have the big plan on the table. But what you don't have is the little details, because it will not enter the hand of the enemy. Nobody strategizes war on social media except mad person. So those that want to be added in what we are doing, we have platforms. And even in those platforms, it's so that you get information firsthand as we release those information. Not on social media. What we are doing here is enlightenment campaign, trying to correct the brain of our people. This is not where the strategy is taking place. This is not it. Here is information table, like classroom. And that's why I see we take time to break it down. Understand. What we teach here, even children can follow it. So that is what we're doing here. This is not where the strategy is taking place. But I can assure you that it will not get to where you're talking about. And that is, the program is part of it. And also, there's another arm of the struggle that I'm not going to be permitted to discuss on social media.
Exactly.
But we are aware. We are part of Nigeria now. We know what they can do and what they can do. So whatever you are afraid of, which idea, our mind inside.
Sister, we need to understand that the army is just 1% of the population.
Exactly.
So it's just 1% of the population, and we're talking. He also needs to understand the difference between boycott and that there will not be election. If he can, wrap his head around those two, there's nothing to fear, brother.
And another thing is, Augusta, who make up the army? The
indigenous people.
It's our children that are in the army now.
I wonder.
So you think that when Yorubas are ready to go, that the Yoruba military will fight
come and kill their own
nation?
people?
No. That's what we're talking about. Going back to the basis. We are indigenous people first before they form Nigeria. So we know our children, we know our sons, we know our daughters. They too are tired. Can't you see them when they bring things in the military? They say they are killing us, so they're sending us to go to meet Boko Haram, and then they will not turn against and kill us. They are following what we are doing, and we are in meetings with some of them. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised with. So Nina's is not children's listening at all. Thank you. I don't know if I answered up, but we can answer more if you want.
We have too many calls calling on the day, so that's it.
Well,
so our brother, I hope we were able to answer your call. We can call you after and get your information if you want to be on our platform where you can get first-hand information, like Sister Ekwe said. First-hand information is important in what we are doing, so that you're not thinking all these things are impossible, whereas we have answers for all the things that you're concerned with. All right, caller, your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Agatha, calling from Italy. I'm an Igbo woman as well.
Yay, from Igbo Nation. Welcome, my sister. Go ahead. What's your contribution?
Good evening from here.
Good evening.
I want to know more about, because today is my first time of seeing your program. I want to know this about this
Lower Niger Block, Lower Niger Federation.
Yes, I want to know.
Okay. All right. So we will call you. I have your number. We'll call you afterwards to give you more information. My sister, the good news is that the work has been done. The work has been done. Just that people have been so distracted. It's like a child that wants to sleep. Somebody is beating drum on stop, or that's non-stop in your ears. You're not able to get any sleep. So hopefully, as we tune off the noise making and begin to honestly search for truth, you begin to see that it has always been there, just that you were distracted. So we will call you and give you more information on what we are doing. Sisters, do you have anything to add real quick or before there's another?
Yes, and a quick one, my sister, Lower Niger area include like 6 sub-nationalities in Southeast, South. So it includes the Midwest area, the Jaw, the Igbo, the Ibibio, the all that. So, but we want to work together as equal partners, not anybody dominating anybody. And that is the specification of UN. UN said, if as an indigenous person, you want freedom, you must remember that where your rights stop is where the right of your neighbor begins. So you will not encroach in your people's, in other people's borders. You must be sure of who you are, your identity, your map, your language, your culture, and everything. Put it together, work with other partners around you, and then come to UN, you have your nation. So our people, Ninas, have done that for 21 years. That job has been done. It's now for us to move on to where we're going. So Igbo Nation is inside that area. So we can have Igbo Nation inside that region. And then we'll discuss other things in Charter of Relationship, which is going on as we speak, where the people are speaking. And then finally, we'll have our referendum, regional referendum, not national one, no, regional, because it's regional. The Middle Belt will do their own. The Lower Niger area will do their own. The Yorubas will do their own. Yorubas are ahead because they are monolithic. So that's why I see them working faster than the rest of the regions. The rest of the regions need Charter of Relationship, which they are working on as we speak. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, please, I would like to speak with you after this.
Okay.
I would like to speak privately for you to explain well to me.
Okay, we will. Thank you.
Oh, okay, sister, we'll be reaching out. Thank you so much. We want to emphasize for those of us that are still shaking in our underwear, thinking, oh, the Nigerian government is going to come and do all this. When the Sharia territory left, did they contact you? Did they call you when the 12 states were succeeded from Nigeria? Did they contact you to say this is what we need to do? We're telling you guys the job has been December 16th of 2020 when constitutional first map, map man and madman, they can keep rhyming it together. This is it. So some people are now telling you guys, oh, we need to get a map. We need to define the territory. My dear Okwu Agugo, that was declared 20 years ago, the map. So the job has been done. If you go on our shows, we have things. If you look at our maybe December 16th, I think that was on a Wednesday, right? So we did that show on 22nd. We sort of explained to our audience what was done on that December 16th. How that we have returned the power, the sovereignty has been returned to the people. That means that you have, because we have suffered so much. We've never known what power is. Jesus to come, Jesus, blood, it is well, and river, and everywhere. Elohim, Elohim, Elohim. We don't need to do all those things anymore, because the protocol was set there in motion in 2007. Our brother Tony and the LNC MNN Alliance have been working with it. They are to the point of that constitutional force majeure. We have our 16 strategy. Go on LNC website. None of this thing is in hiding. We're not waiting to go and listen to another broadcast from somewhere and start talking to you. We've already done the work. Somebody with a funky name is trying to come in. I bet it's people that don't like what we're saying. Arturo, you don't get to do this. So I'm reporting you. You don't get to come in our room. We know that you are fraud. Okay, so let me report this thing to Zoom.
Yeah, they should be reported. If you try to come inside here to report you, and they will block you completely. So we're not joking, we're not playing, and you should know that we are people that we know our rights. We know our rights, we know what to do, and we are following it. So don't come thinking that you're going to intimidate some women that are talking. No, you're wasting your time, because we cannot be intimidated, because we know what we're doing, and we are working with the people that matter. That's the important thing. We're working with people that matter all over the world. That's why it's called alliance. You have the local part of it, you have the international part of it. They know what you're doing, and they're waiting for you. So they know. Have you been able to?
My data is like 20 of them. They're all logging at the same time.
What?
Yes.
Okay. So let's. So we welcome those that are meeting us for the first time. You have made the right decision. This is where the information you're looking for is. It's all packaged. We come once in a week. We do that because we are working mothers, and we have Saturday to do this, and we've been doing it for years. And we thank God. Thank you for your support and your love and sharing and learning, which is more important. What we gain from this is you learning. We are not getting money from it. We are rather putting our own money into it. But you learning is good enough for us, that your brain is able to function the way God created it. Our day is made. Because we know that once our people begin to reason correctly, not like slaves, but like owners of the land, that power belongs to you. You see, Fulani cannot stand on your way. Even any money, any name you call, cannot stand on your way, because information is power. Knowledge is key. If you have knowledge, like we told you people, we have the key. We have the key to our nation. Just for you to join what we're doing, what Ninas is doing, what LNC is doing, understand it, understand that you don't need to die, so that we'll go where we're going. But we are going, whether you are waking or you're not waking, we're going, because we have already made up our mind that some we wake, then we go. Some will carry you in your dead states to the nation. Then when we get to the nation, we give you some antidotes and wake you up. But if you refuse to wake, we might have to just bury the lights. If you can't wake up, there's nothing we can do. Are you ready?
Yeah. So I'm done with those. So we can round it up, for the day. I think we've done a good job. Even that brother that called from India, he just made my day. He said he'd never watched. This is his first time. Oh my God, it makes sense. So that means we've done a good job, that our objective for today has been met. He made sense. He watched it for the first time. It wasn't difficult. He understood the importance of having Igbo nation, a John nation, a BBO nation. Everybody will have their own nation, and they will work with our charter of relationship and have an understanding. What is it called? Memorandum of understanding. and we'll be singing the same song, not somebody stuffing us in one area and calling us some type of name that we're not comfortable with. Some people are not comfortable with, and we have to respect that. So thank God for that. So it's not that difficult. Like we said, if you are interested, if you're from other part of the lower Niger, don't be surprised when you see our banners because it's gonna go up. Igbo Nation, we support Igbo Nation in Lower Niger Federation. So get your banner. It's easy to make. Ijo supports Ijo Nation in Lower Niger Republic. Lower Niger Federation. So it's not that difficult to do. Start sending out information to people. You can forward it on social, however way you can, because it's not just us that is going to do this job. When you have watched us throughout this show, even if you're just making a little text message and say, I'm from whatever nation, we support this, and start forwarding it to your friends, and having them relate to the information. We have the website there. We have the Nina's website that's provide everything that we have done so far to date, so that you can also give them that information as well, or begin to tell them. We also want to inform you guys that we are available. If you got a group of people and you want us to educate them, please do so. Thank God for Zoom. Even one Zoom, so it's not something difficult. If you have one access to Zoom and you have access, you can actually gather 4 people and will appear on the screen and have a conversation. So it's not hard. Don't think it is too difficult. The technology has actually done a good job for us. So let's begin to use our processes to get this thing done. Like our sister that called in Italy, awesome. Hopefully we can bring you on board. You bring some of your girlfriends and sisters and brothers, and we can have even a deeper conversation with you guys on where we're going. It's not that difficult, because in here quarter, we are not begging anybody to. You showing me something?
Yeah, the federation page, the Facebook page, for you to talk about it. Yeah, the Lower Niger.
Go ahead, Sisi. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. The Lower Niger Federation page is a page, is like a community where we meet together. We're there to talk about, like, we want to see the nation we're talking about, this nation we want to build. We want to talk about it. We want to bring our vision out and discuss about our vision. Not this fight. Hey, whoa, you call people name. No need for that. That's not the type of federation we are looking forward to. Nigeria was a nightmare. So we don't want to go into another nightmare. No. So we have a page that was created. We have our sisters and brothers doing a wonderful job there. You go there, read articles, like get informed of what is being done on your behalf. Yeah, you contribute to the nationhood. The nation has started. We have started building the nation, because the first time you get freedom is freeing your brain. Emancipating your brain is the first step to freedom. And once your brain is emancipated, nothing can stop you. So we stay there, we interact, we talk, so that you begin to catch vision, because what you see, what you envisage is what you produce. Even in the Bible, we saw where Jacob was trying to keep the animals. He carved a wood, the colors. The Bible says that the animals started producing what the animals saw. This is animals. We're talking about animals, not talk of human beings. So when you have a picture in your front, this is what I want to build. I want a peaceful nation. I want a nation where all citizens matter. I want a nation where blood is not on the floor everywhere. I don't want a nation where criminality is not the order of the day. I want a nation where mediocrity is taken care of and meritocracy is what we use. We can do it, people. We can do it. Yes, we can. So go to that page, you will be accepted. And when you're going, go with your name, because we don't accept we know you. Indian name, we don't. We know you. We know the nationalities that belong to Lower Niger Federation. So when you see your name, we know. Akwa Ibom, we know. We are from there. So when you come, we know whether you are from us or not when we accept you into the community as we talk and plan together. You are part of this. Hey, thank you.
Quickly, one person just asked, what is wrong with the name Biafra? I guess the person just arrived. You know how people like to arrive and start asking questions. So go back. Just briefly, the name Biafra is not recognized anywhere at the UN offices or the UN files, really, to be appropriate. Well, the name that they recognize is you as an Igbo person, Ijo as an Ijo person. And at the end of the day, if we agree on a charter of a relationship and we want to now become a nation, and everybody says they want the name to be Biafra, of course it will bear the name Biafra. But what you don't get to do now is to start calling a name Biafra that is not recognized by anyone. And we witnessed firsthand that this name was not recognized. I remember when I was doing online rogue franchise, sending letters with all the Biafra, my dear, even the congressmen that will reply me when I complain about stuff, my immediate reply, none of them replied me. I sent to churches. They say, I will be praying for you. These are the churches and charities that I've been supporting for the longest time, that each time I send them something, I will get a good reply, I get a phone call. When I send information with the Biafra, what is the name of that rogue franchise we used to belong to? When I said it, yes, my dear, they will say, I'll be praying for you. You send to the congressman, they won't reply. One of the Secretary of State that was under George Bush, the first George Bush, he's now a lecturer at Rice University, which is across from my office. My dear, I went there, people were sending a regular email, no reply. I went to his office, they say he's not there. My dear, up to today, I drop off the letter. I haven't heard anything back. But let it be something else now that I'm writing him about, I will get an immediate reply. It may not be, maybe, oh, I'm not sure about this. This is where you need to go. So that's lack of response tells me that nobody knows who you are, one guy. Go and check who you are. I bet if I wrote him a letter and say, as an Igbo woman, blah, 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 I know I would have heard something. So let's walk, go ahead.
Yeah, yes. And then in addition to what Sister Mona has said, you see this map, the whole area is the lower Niger area. But Biafra you're calling is just Chekere, small here. So you're losing ground. You are not having all your peoples in the negotiation table. You're coming with something that you're shortchanging yourself. So all that Sister Mona said is true. I'm just adding. You're shortchanging yourself. So technically speaking, apart of you're not recognized, you're also shortchanging yourself. Some of your people are not included in that your phantom Biafra that you have in your mind, which is just online. Because nobody concrete, yes. Yeah, just so it's not realistic. It's not something that what UN asks for is indigenous peoples. That means Igbo man on Igbo land, Ijo man in Ijo land, and you will come as Ijo to the table, not coming with Biafra that is they say Biafra is a nation. No, come in and then you come together and work with others. So then you're working with others as well. That's why we come together, because this is the official map that they recognize. It's 1885 map that they already have. They have dealt with our forefathers. So it's easier for them to follow. And that we said, we don't want confusing Oyibo man. Oyibo man doesn't like confusing things, because you confuse him, he will pack you one corner. He will tell you, yeah. But that's the end. He's not doing anything further with you because you are confusing him. So we are going from the known to the unknown. And like Sister Mona said, when we now get to the point of giving a name to our federation, where everybody is inside, we did not lose anybody. Everyone is inside, willingly, not being forced. We will now have another referendum to vote the name we want the federation to answer. You have referendum for constitution, you have referendum for the name. These things are the things that other people all over the world do. And it's not, we have come of age to begin to do things like that. When we want to do things, we do it in a normal way, not killing people, use acid on poor people because you want to do election, and then carry machete and be going up and down. We don't want that anymore, because we want our people to return. Our people are looking for a home that's scattered all over the world. They want to return, and we want to present a befitting home for them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sister. Thank you so much. So yeah, so that will be it for the day. Sister Augusta, do you have anything to add before we?
I just want to encourage our people, like Sister Sister, we talked about how far we've gone with Ninas. The you use the word locomotive. Well, this time I use the locomotive. It's ongoing. So it's not as if the plans are not there. This is a template. It's a template. So people, when you remember that this is a template, You know, you have to get to step 1 before you get to step 2 to step 3. Then you will not have issues. So for those that are still shouting Biafra, as Sister Ekwi said, the 1885 connects all of us together. It connects, or you should change yourself if you go with that tiny map. And for those that say we are carrying map up and down, if you go to UN, the first thing they will ask you is that where is your map? Sister Ekwi is showing the 16 steps. Now with those 16 steps, we are now at the 15th, almost getting to the last stage of the course. So we are there. So for those that are thinking that this thing is a charade, well, unfortunately, you don't have brain. You need to buy yourself some brain somewhere to understand the extent of what has been done so far and where we are and where we are going to. Everything is a strategy. So don't think that even if step A does not work, step B will not. No. It's a strategy. It's encompassing, is total. And we are moving with our entire people. So I want to also thank the people that called in. This is their first time watching, and they understood it immediately. That's to tell you that our people's brain is beginning to return.
Amen.
So we thank you all for calling. And as Sister Melissa is going to put you all in our platform, the platform where you get first-hand information about what is going on, so that you won't be bamboozled by some, rogue franchise out there trying to tell you that they will go to Hague, they're from Hague, they will go to Zanzibar, they will now, we've moved away from, we've gone to Hague, we are not at our last bus stop. So because don't get bamboozled for people that are, start wanting to start afresh. No, we have gotten close, so close. It's a matter of, I don't know, I don't want to just put time limit to it, but it's here.
It's in our hands.
We've gotten it.
Yes.
So please.
It's actually in our hands too.
It's in our hands. Yes, it's here already. You know? So please exercise that patience. Help us disseminate the NINAS information so that those that are getting killed on somebody's narcissistic behavior, on somebody's stupidity, somebody's wickedness, somebody that wants blood, he wants to continue to see blood flow in our land, because that guy has nothing to offer you. He's squatting here with his babe and they're having good time. You see him snap picture all the time. There's a reason for this. Your money that is using to enjoy.
Your money at work.
Your money is what is making him look like fine boy, no pimples. So because you don't just, I don't know what else to say, but thank you all for joining us. We'll see you same time next week.
And then, please, let me add quickly, for those that are saying that they are lawyers too, because we said that Barrister Tony is a lawyer. Please. There's an arm of law called jurisprudence. That's actually the qualification you need, not just to go and grab one degree from law school and say, I'm a lawyer too. It's just like in medicine, when everyone says, I'm a doctor, but we have surgeons. If you have a major operation to do, you don't call a neurologist to open the stomach.
I know.
Even they're all doctors. Do you understand? Please, there's specialization, and there's a reason why there's specialization. Stay on your lane. How difficult is this? But we're not saying you won't practice your law when we get to a new nation. You will practice when we have our right constitution and everything in place. But you do not have the qualification to lead where we are going. Where we are going is very technical. South Africa was able to achieve it because they had two lawyers, Nelson Mandela and Oliver Tambo, and they followed the steps. That's why people go to court and one lawyer will win and one will lose. Because one is actually one when lawyer. No.
The charge and pay.
And the charge and pay lawyer. Me too. You come without their wig. That's something that they carry like that vulture old man wig and carry it. They say, me too, I'm a lawyer. We know you're a lawyer. We are not arguing. But we are saying this area, not be your area. Stay aside. You stay for one corner. You want to go home. Please. It's not competition of who gets certificate or who no gets certificates. No, that's not what it is. Please. Stop misleading our people. We beg you. Don't open your platform and use it to talk trash and disgrace yourself because you're talking to people that are not learned. They say in the country of blind, one-eyed man becomes their king. But any day the man with two eyes comes, the one with one eye should go and step aside. Respect yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I was trying to see if I can pull up that 16 strategy, but that's fine. We'll call it a day. You can go to Lower Niger Facebook, Lower Niger Congress Facebook. They have a lot of posts on there for you to begin to understand. And if you need to reach us, you can also call that number that we posted online after the show. And we'll oh, actually, here it is. So maybe let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it up, see if you can sort of read it quickly, and then for them to see that we have a protocol, because they may think that we're one of those fake franchises that tell them they have a protocol, then they'll listen to a broadcast and they start using the word that they heard on a broadcast. I think you know what it means.
And they can send text to that number too, right? So that we
Yes.
just reply. Yeah.
You can send text to that number too.
I think text will even be better sometimes because you can check it whenever you have time. And
right. Okay. All right, let me pull it up quickly. What the heck is going on here? You can add something. You can talk while I'm trying to pull this off.
okay. So people, it's not a competition of certificates. No, it's just who understands what needs to be done. We know what needs to be done because we also went to the website of UN. We saw the 46 articles, and it's not even difficult to know. You can read it and see, you understand it. So by the time we met Nina's LNC and Bratoni, when they told us what they were doing, it was simple, it made sense, and it was easy to follow. So stop allowing people to bamboozle you, and there's really no need for that, honestly. And these things are straightforward. It's not a make-believe thing. Other nations have used it, and there's no need for war, like we keep telling you, because things have been set in place. Are you there yet, Simona?
No, go ahead. I'll let you know.
So things have been set in place to do the right thing. And you're not the first indigenous person that needed freedom. You are not the first, and you will not be the last. So that's why they put these things in place. But you have to follow protocol. They will not bend the rules because your tummy is quite big or your head is quite large. No, they will not change protocol for you. They will just switch you. So by the time you continue to crawl and crawl to UN, UN will give you the protocol. Your journey now begins. So there's no need for all that, honestly. The thing has been in place, and you can see Yorubas are moving because they are following that protocol. The Yorubas are following Nina's protocol, and that's what the rest of the people will follow because the information is already out there. UN knows. It's not like they have come, they're working with the people. And when you have somebody shouting war, war, and somebody has documents and following this line by line, who do you think the person will follow? Is it the one that is bringing war to the region? I've told you they don't want war in our region. The world doesn't want Nigeria to explode too. That's why they sought out they were the ones, US was the one actually that looked. They heard all the noise. They now looked, who can we talk to? Who is making sense amongst all these mad people? And they now found LNC. They found our brother Barrister Tony Nadi and invited him. And this is not going, I'm going to UN. They saw him and invited him, said, come and make a presentation. On that day of presentation, he was number 10. But when they went through the document he submitted to present, they moved him from number 10 to number 3. After 2 international lawyers, he was next to speak. And they said, this is what we'll be looking for. This is the missing link. And they started working with them. They had other meetings. It took them over 7 months to examine every detail of what was submitted. And they moved on and adopted it and started working with it. So when you now come and meet them, what do you tell them? You say, you leave the one you're using. You say, me, because my head is heavy.
The pressure cooker has exploded.
No. He said, I've come.
It don't burst.
It don't break. It don't explode. So that's why I brought my head.
All right, we have someone, Onye Anikano. I don't know how you spell your name. It looks like a pound sign or dollar sign. I don't know.
Good evening.
Good evening. Your name?
Yeah, that's Onyane Carlo from Niger State.
Okay.
Calling in from Germany.
Welcome.
Yeah, good evening. I just saw you on Facebook. I said, let me try the Zoom link if it's working. And I got you.
Oh,
Thank you. Nice to be here. Want to see what is going on, what we want to discuss. Is it about Biafra?
Yeah, almost done. Okay. All right, you can listen. Okay, so go ahead. You have the thing. So you guys, this is the 16-step strategies that we always talk about here. It's not in hiding. It's color coded. It's exactly what we told you that it is. It's out there in public domain. It's accessible. We are not willing to be challenged to be asked for strategy and then we'll start scrambling. Today we are doing this and tomorrow we are going back to 1939. So I'll let my sister read quickly so we can end.
So step one, what is in box? Like box, where you put it in boxes. So box one, it says May 29th, 1999. The 1999 Unitary Constitution imposed by Abdul Salam Abubakar via Decree 24 of 1999, reviving wholesale the 1979 Constitution, which was the victory charter from the Nigerian Biafra War of 1967-1970. So identifying your problem, when you identify your problem, you put it in a box. So you say, this is my problem. What can I do to take care of you? So identifying that 1999 as victory charter, they killed us. Over 3.5 million of Biafrans died. When they finished, they now made a constitution to make sure that killing they killed us, that we will never wake up from it. That is the meaning of 1999 constitution. They sealed the killing. The destruction of Biafrans was sealed in 1999 constitution. And is a victory charter. That's a sign that they defeated Biafrans and they have now conquered Biafra and you are inside cave. The cave they want for you. Made you landlocked, close your seaports, close your landlocked, did everything. So that 1999 constitution is to say, wow, we won.
I'm slave.
It's confirmed. Now the Biafrans are slaves in the place that we kept them and they will never come out of it. So far, this constitution is in place. So far, when Nigeria is in place, Biafrans will never be free. That is the meaning. That's box one. Box two, it says, deadline, October 2005, August 2006. Pro-national conference organizations called PRONACO, being the People's Sovereign National Conference of the ethnic nationalities of Nigeria, convened to rework the damaged federal constitutional basis of Nigeria, It produced a draft People's Constitution. So now this is solution. They identified that 1999 Constitution is the one that kills us. And they said, we have to get a draft one that will free the peoples, because the way they enslaved Biafrans, they enslaved other parts of Biafra, because what happened to Biafra is what they want to do in Yoruba land, is what they want to do in Middle Belt. The foreigners doing it, they know what they're doing. So that's why PRONACO was conveyed 2 years. It took 2 years for the nationalities of Nigeria. So it's not now that they started meeting. The ethnic nationalities of Nigeria started meeting 2008, and there were 164 delegates. And they went from region to region doing the meeting and arrived on a draft constitution. Now, the third one is May 23, 2007. It's for you to see step by step. Are you hearing what we're saying? Step by step activities were going on. So 2007, which is next year, in furtherance of the PRONACO consensus to restore the federal basis of Nigeria, the MNN Alliance filed a suit at the Federal High Court in Abuja, challenging the legitimacy of the 1999 Constitution, seeing the termination of its operation. There's no way you're going if you don't terminate that 1999 Constitution. So they went to court. to put that. These are step by step, the things that you need to do before you go to the next step. We are not waiting for them that, okay, if they pass the rule, then we'll do the next one. No, it's just something like solving mathematics. When you have written 2 plus 2, to prove that 2 plus 2 equals to 4. Remember in those days when we do proof, then the proof would say step 1, you put step 2. That's how it is. Now, the next one was deadline, June 30th, 2011. That's box 4 now. June 30th, 2011, joint multi-regional MNN Lagos Declaration, by which the MNN alliance partners, being Lower Niger, Yoruba Land, and Middle Belt, that is the South and Middle Belt, repudiated the Caliphate-imposed 1999 Constitution, mandating regional self-determination actions, including referendums. This is 2011. For those that are thinking that it's now we just scratch our head and start talking about referendum, no. It's not part of the plan, and it has always been. But you have steps. There are things you have to do to get there. Can I continue reading, my sister?
Yes.
Okay. Box 5, April 27, 2015. The next step. The Solemn Assembly of the Peoples of the Lower Niger in Port Harcourt, which adopted the 1885 ethno-linguistic map of the Lower Niger as geographical basis of federating and mandated the distillation of a charter of relationships, as well as an asset protection and guarantee scheme. Box 5, May 2015. Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C. LNC team makes a case, 2015, makes a case for the termination of the operation of Nigeria's 1999 Constitution as a special congressional event on Nigeria in the immediate aftermath of the 2015 presidential election in Nigeria. Same LNC as at the UN headquarters in New York for informal consultation. 2015. Our case has gone to UN. Box 6, okay, box 7, September 7, 2017. Yoruba Solemn Assembly at Ibadan, which repudiated the 1999 Constitution as the basis of the Federation of Nigeria and proclaimed the self-determination rights of the Yoruba to reclaim the autonomy of Yoruba land. So for those of you that are doing Yoruba freedom, it did not just come out now. Whatever you're doing in Yoruba land to get your right is a product of NINAS. Brother Tony has always been there from beginning, working with your team. So it's not something you're doing alone by yourself that you scratch your head, you start Yoruba freedom. No, it's a product of this document and it's following it line by line. So put things in right perspective so that you don't spoil what is going on. Now, box 8, July 8, 2018, the Emergency Assembly of the Peoples of Middle Belt in Makurdi, which rejected the unitary constitutional arrangements of Nigeria and proclaimed the self-determination rights of the Middle Belt to its autonomy, 2018. Now, box 9, December 11, 2018. That same year, there was Joint Multi-Regional Freedom Park Proclamation. Rejecting further national elections on the basis of the repudiated 1999 Constitution and demanded an immediate transitioning process for the orderly distillation of successor state units and instruments to be ratified by referendums. Box 10, January 17th, 2019, that's the following year, National Press Club, Washington, D.C. An LNC team raises a global alarm about the killing of Christians and ethnic cleansing in Nigeria at the coordinated press conferences on Nigeria, showing self-evident nexus, Boko Haram and Fulani militia and herdsmen how they're working together, and ISIS and ISWAP. These people are together in the terror machine. And the onlooking federal government, while they were gathering and forming terrorist camps in Nigeria, the federal government of Nigeria, that is the Fulani government of Nigeria, was watching because they were part of it. They were in cahoots with their military and everything. They captured Nigeria. That is what was going on. Box 11, June, July 2019, Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C. LNC team joined by the survivors and victims of the Fulani herdsmen rampage from the Middle Belt territories of Nigeria at the International Religious Freedom Ministerial roundtables, making a case for a better U.S. understanding of the grim situation of Nigeria and the appointment of a U.S. special envoy in view of reality. They changed the narrative. That meeting changed the narrative. Yep. US had a better understanding of what was going on. Box 12, August 2019, same year, just like next month of it. Visitation of UN Special Rapporteur. You see, they had a meeting in US in June, July. August, can you see the speed? Because when you talk right, and we're on this platform, why this was going on, telling our people that we want to be on the table talking with the world. We don't want to be going and be running inside bushes. We have come of age to sit on that table and make presentation. While we were there saying, we didn't know our brother was already doing what was going on. Was doing the work. So because of that meeting, UN sent a special rapporteur on Nigeria amidst widespread reports of wanton killings and other alarming negative indices, with a damning verdict. The constitutional arrangement of Nigeria is a pressure cooker for injustice. This verdict came on the heels of the US verdict of Fulani-driven ethnic cleansing. Box 13, December, that same year, December 2019. The placing of Nigeria on a US special watch list for grave infractions on religious freedom in circumstances that suggest a level tolerance and, in brackets, even possible collusion of the Fulani-dominated federal government of Nigeria and armed forces of Nigeria. Box 14, next big milestones, the things that needed to be achieved after all this. Number one, joint multi-regional constitutional force majeure. Are you hearing?
Yes, so.
Number one.
Yeah, you know
that is box 14. We have box 14, box 15, box 16. So box 14, the first item there was joint multi-regional constitutional force majeure, which we did on 16th of December 2020. The next thing on it was launch of Lower Niger Charter of Relationships, which we told the people are going on as we speak. Number 3, Lower Niger Asset Protection Guarantee Scheme. This is a scheme that we want to use to protect our properties, because we know that Igbos are in Abuja, Igbos are in Lagos, Igbos are in Maiduguri, Igbos are everywhere building, and they have assets, some in billions of dollars. We are aware of that. So we don't want to reduce Nigeria to Somalia, like some mad people that have no dime we'll talk. When I finish with Nigeria, I will release it to Somalia. Meanwhile, it's your brothers and sisters that built Nigeria. Their assets are in Lagos. Their assets in Abuja. How do you think they will follow you? How is somebody that has assets in billions in Abuja follow a madman that wants to reduce everything to zero? To reduce us back to what we were 50 years ago after Biafran War, when they gave us only 20 pounds to start life from. We built from the ashes. Now you want to reduce us to the ashes? That's impossible. That's why nobody will listen to you. And that's why we told you that your Biafra is only on online. No right-thinking person will follow you. Number 3, still in box 14. So number 2 now is international imperatives. That is bringing the stakeholders to be part of what is going on and they're already on board. All this in box 14. Now, box 15, 2020, that was last year. Number 1, precipitation of transitioning. Because if you finish constitutional force majeure, the next thing is that transition has begun. Number 2, preliminaries on referendum. So we see how all these things followed step by step. This is where we are. We are now in box 15. That transition has begun. Like South Africa did 1990, their own transition began. And then they did everything line by line and finished it. In the days ahead, you're going to hear some news. You're going to hear meetings, how some of our team members will be on certain platforms in African nations, talking with other people and the alliance getting it stronger and people understanding what it is we are doing. Because what we're going to do, what we're doing in Nigeria, we have stabilized Africa and the world. So the world needs to understand what we're doing, and the world already understands. So you're going to see more of those meetings, more of those presentations. It's not going to hide. Like what you saw in WordPress, we're going to see more of that. You're going to see the one that we did, the WordPress that you see in Yoruba, we did it in Ibadan. You're going to see another one in other regions for you to see that other regions are part of what is being done. And then we move to the world. That's Africa. We're already in the world, like I said. The African, you see it. I don't want to say, I won't give you people information. You will see it. So we'll post it here. You will see, we'll tell you what's happened. Then number 16, the final box. Self-determination referendums and plebiscites for independence and autonomy. See, we said referendums, not national referendum that Fulani wants to organize. We are not interested in that stupid stuff. So we want our people to understand that the referendum we are talking about is multi-regional. The Yorubas are already getting set for their own very soon. Then you have the middle belt, the lower Niger. So these things are all worked out. Stop killing yourself. There's no need. And nobody's going to shoot you for exercising your rights. So far, you follow the UN protocol. Thank you, my sister.
Let me just chip in. For those that are saying that Fulani no go agree, Fulani no go agree. You have seen the paper, this is a step. They didn't call Fulani there. We don't need Fulani for whatever. And as Sister Ekwe said, it's going to be multi-regional referendums. Referendum with an S and plebiscite with an S. So it's not just, Fulani coming to say, okay, come, let me give you. No. It's going to be in your own individual region. And I just want to comment on the Pronaco. Buhari was part of this Pronaco. For those that are saying, Buhari was part of the people that sat down the first time and said, okay, you know what, let us fix this. Only for him to come and, Yeah,
that's when they went to now, they brought a Sharia. Quickly brought Sharia and did their own secession.
So Fulani has done their own secession. Why are you afraid to do your own, Bikono? Fulani that is not less than, I think Fulani is like 9% or thereabout of the entire population. They have done their own secession and moved on. You are afraid that Fulani no go agree. Nah, man.
All right.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's when they went to now.
Right, so you guys, did a good job. So I'm sorry that wasn't part of the plan. We just wanted for people to start deliberating on things. It's gonna be at least 2-day weekend for you to begin to see that we are not getting here now. We have our documents, and this is just one part of it. So for everything that we are telling you here, is documented in one form or the other. If you go there, it's out there on the social media, it's out there everywhere. Go find it and read more and understand where we're going with dates, timeline. Everything is timeline. When we are getting there, this thing was set in motion 21 years ago, and you can see we are at the end of the border. So we thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week. Be safe, do not die. We don't want any more 16 pictures. Some people will say, oh, nobody was killed. Another thing, we see all these dead bodies all over, and these are our young men. I see we have enough men, you know, and then they're killing the little ones that we do have. So it's not that complicated, my people. God has given us a way out, a way to our self-determination. All we have to do is so that we can get where we're going. Don't make it more difficult than it is. This is not going through Mediterranean Sea. It's not that difficult at all. So we'll see you guys next week. Thank you all so much for joining. Yes. All right. Turn this thing off. Oh, somebody joined. Okay, sorry. Oh, okay. Let's allow him to. I don't even know that he was there. I was about to log off. Okay, welcome, Emmanuel Chikelu. Welcome. Hi. Okay, go ahead. We can hear you. Actually, we can see you as well.
Hello?
Yes.
Do I need to? I'm just coming in. I'm sorry. Anima, I was listening to what has been going on, the analysis. I so love it. In fact, there's a lot of things I've not learned that I'm learning. So you guys are doing good job, good work, wonderful one. In fact, God will bless you, bless all your families, all your generations for the time and sacrifice you people are making. I'm sorry to say this, Tony Nadi is a saint, it's a living saint. But some other time, I will have my time to evaluate or analyze this, you know. But one thing, I want to give you a point so that you will remember me each time I log in case I did a project on Biafra. It was my master's degree project. I had a supervisor who disagreed on certain points with me and had to delay me for 6 years.
Nice.
Wow.
Because I refused to change, number one, that topic on Biafra. I refused to change it. And I said, this is my project. I'm not going to change it. In Nigeria, you don't have so much right. You say you don't need this. In fact, when I don't need this supervisor, that was when my trouble started. But at the end of the day, people were surprised. Most of my classmates ran away. Some went to Ibadan. Some went. I'm going to mention it so that if he's listening, he will know. University of Benin. Some went to Ibadan. Some went to Nayu and so on and so forth. I stayed put. We battled it for 6 years and a half, and I came out. Well, maybe next time I will elaborate, but ask him so that you know each time I log in, you know that it's the passion. It's the passion. But we must not, I want to advise my people, we must not follow blindly. And we must not just go and die for nothing. Ade afueba na echiozo, wapu jebeba na aru. You know? So thank you, my sisters. God bless you.
All right.
Thank you. He did some videos about the constitutional force majeure, if you all remember him.
Okay, I was looking at the face.
Yeah.
Yes, I was like,
stay free, Dalu.
Yes,
Well
my brother.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
It was